So can you just put butter on like each part of the pancake, bro? So that way when you cut the pancake up and you put the syrup on it and you eat it, you taste buttery flavor with each bite, bro. That's how you do
I,
it, bro. I'm just
I
trying to
think we're
tell you.
live. I think we're live, bro.
Oh dang, my bad. YouTube. Glow gang. MFFLs, what's good, everybody? What is good? Good morning to you, one and all. Welcome, guys, to a brand spanking new episode, guys, of We Talk Mavs here on the Glow Mavs production. Listen, I am the guy trying to give my boy pointers on pancakes. It is your boy Real. And joining me is the one and only Kingster Domus himself. King, what's good, man?
Nothing much, brother. For everybody listening to us right now, watching us on YouTube, make sure you also check us out on all your favorite streaming platforms. We're available on every single one of those, y'all. So Spotify, Apple Music, Anchor, anything you listen to us, make sure to hit us up on there. Thank you,
Yes,
Boogie.
sir. Yes, sir. That's for those who aren't able to watch us. Like, say you're at work, you can't watch YouTube. You're able to listen to us, guys. So we definitely would appreciate you guys. Follow us on all streaming platform services if you want to listen to us in the podcast form. All right, King. With all that being said, man, listen, guys. If you're brand new to the channel, if you love mad content, this is the place to be. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, guys, and follow us here on We Talk Mavs on the Glow Mavs production. And also, if you guys are wondering when next time we're going to drop a video, just go ahead and hit that notification bell. You will be the first to know when that happens. Also, hit that like button, guys, if you enjoyed this content.
Yes.
All right, King, you ready to get into it, man?
Yes, sir.
So, on today's show, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking rumors. The rumors that came down that Kyrie Irving might be interested in Dallas. Mhm. And also, we're going to be talking about what do we grade the Mavs draft nights. Shout out to Nico, by the way. So we're going to get into all that. And plus, you guys already know we take your questions and your comments at the end of the show. Remember, guys, if you have a question or a comment addressing us, you have to hit us with the WTM. Because if y'all don't hit us with the WTM, we out here answering literally every question, we will be here for like 4 hours. Because the questions and comments are getting longer and longer with each show. Now, with
Yes.
all that being said, let's get into it, King. Um, it's gonna probably be something you gonna love to hear because you got the jersey in your closet right now. I think you got every one of Kyrie's jerseys. But so this is the news that came down right here, man, about the situation. Well, according to Woj, if Kyrie Irving can't reach an agreement to stay with the Brooklyn Nets, he has a list of teams he'd like to consider in a sign and trade, including the Lakers, Clippers, Knicks, Heat, Sixers, and the Dallas Mavericks. None of these teams have cap space to sign him without the Nets' help. So, that was big news that dropped yesterday and had the whole entire interwebs in a frenzy. I got my opinions on it, but King, we'll go ahead and get yours first, man. What you think about this whole Kyrie Irving news that just dropped yesterday?
I kind of knew it was coming. We don't. I know your opinions on it, and I think Glow Gang, they know your opinions on it as well if they've been watching the show. But I'm all for it, man. Like, I think Kyrie, if he leaves and goes to another team, he's probably going to sign for a deal, which means he's going to be on a like a kind of revenge tour season because of last year. So even if the rest of his career isn't, he does some wild things. I think this is a comeback season to remind folks of who Kyrie is because of last year. So I think he'll be on his best behavior. And if he comes for a 1 year contract to get another max contract from someone else, because next year is going to be a huge free agent year, as we talked about. Why not? Why not bring him here? I know it's a risk because of how he interacts with guys, but I think he respects J Kidd. The thing is, I don't think he necessarily respected Steve Nash. No disrespect to Nash, but he kind of wanted Nash there, him and KD, so that they wouldn't really need a coach at all. Knowing that Steve Nash was a brand new coach, had no experience at all. But I think J Kidd would be a different dynamic, more like a Ty Lue type thing for Kyrie. I also know Kyrie is a monster. When they talked about that same issue with LBJ years ago about him not being able to play with guys and certain players, Kyrie fit in perfectly. Dare I say, Kyrie was his best fit so far in his career. I think the Kyrie and LeBron train. We know Luka's game. They always compare it to LeBron a lot. Say that he controls the floor and demands the ball as much as LeBron does. And I think Kyrie would be an excellent piece to play beside him if we could get him. That would be at the expense of Jalen Brunson, probably because I just don't see Jalen Brunson being here with Kyrie and Luka. Um, but I mean, if push came to shove and you did lose JB and you can get Kyrie for the low, why not go get Kyrie? Let him prove himself for 1 year. Him, Luka, and Christian Wood. I think that'd be amazing if Kyrie did play a bunch of games. I think it'd be a major help for Luka as well. And I just think, like I said, the 2016 Cleveland Cavaliers and that dynamic between LeBron and Kyrie. If Kyrie wants to go win another championship, and get his name out of that, just winning with LeBron thing, can come over here and possibly win if he goes full in. Like the upside, the ceiling basically is just, I think we've already seen it. Like I said, with that 2016 team. Um, so it's all about just the risk, how much you had to give up for Kyrie. Like I said, if you can get him, if he's a free agent, he's going to come to a team, for the low and just take it for the 1 year. Like I don't think you can pass that up. And I just think it's a great opportunity. I think it's also another showcase. A lot of the guys know how different ball handlers can play with Luka as well.
So if you had to choose, which one would you want, Kyrie or JB?
I want JB right now. I want to rock with the JB train. I think that's the. I think that could be something special. I don't want to give up. Like if we're trying to get Kyrie at his value, right now, well, last year contract or what he expects as a max. No, I'm not trading pieces to get Kyrie. I think we go with the same team that we have right now. The pieces. I think JB is the most important piece. I think Nico said that. So we want JB back. We want to run with that train because I think JB and Luka works. Like people talk about that. Like I think we're getting the best JB we could possibly get because he plays with Luka. It's not the opposite way around.
Right.
And I do think we would keep JB. But yeah, if we could get Kyrie for nothing and the JB thing doesn't work, like just the red flags and things somehow don't work out the way it's supposed to, and JB gets an awesome contract somewhere else. Absolutely, I'll take Kyrie for the low. Absolutely.
Man, a lot of those teams aren't able to do that sign and trade for Kyrie,
No, you
which
can't.
is why it's kind of like you said, if Kyrie can take that at like whatever whoever's mid level or whatever for that 1 year, like a prove it deal, and then let people see, because all people want to do is see. It's not even necessarily the injuries. It's like, is your head in the game?
Yep.
That's what people really want to see. And there's a lot of GMs that are talking like they don't want to take that chance on Kyrie. But if you say, like you said, if you come in here and do that mid level and then get your money, because you're gonna get your money that next year if you are. Look, the one thing that nobody's ever questioned Kyrie's talent. Nobody ever questioned it. It's like, is your heart in the game?
Yep.
Like, are you gonna put your team above yourself? Because we know this team that we have right now, they all are they play for one another. Kid has them bought into his system, which is why we massively overachieved with this team that we have. We showed y'all this roster and all that stuff. This team was not supposed to go to the Western Conference Finals. And it's because they were able to play with each other. They trusted each other. They built that chemistry in the locker room, which got them to where they are right now. And I agree with you. Like, if you come in here, you can get you take that $6 million or whatever, prove it. I'm guaranteeing you, if you prove it and everything is straight, Mark Cuban will hook you up. He will hook you up. As far as JB, man, now I'm hearing this, King. I think you brought this up a couple videos ago about JB and how much you were hearing he was getting. I think you said 29 and some change, close to 30. You know what I'm hearing now, King?
What's that?
The fact that Dallas now, see, a lot of people are scared now because of what the Knicks just done. They traded Kemba Walker, and I think they got pretty much $30 million now, cap space free to go out to Jalen.
Yep.
You know what I'm hearing now, bro? I think it's like 5 years, 175, bro.
But they can only give him 4.
No. I'm talking about Dallas.
If that,
Yes. I've heard that yesterday. It was reported yesterday. I saw that he's looking at, bro. JB could be looking at 35 a year, King. That's just to keep him away from the Knicks.
I told you. I think that
so what you were saying the other day is about right. It's going up. It seems like every day.
Bro, you get so the Mavericks, the number that I think guarantees them they get JB is 30. I told you that 30 million is the number. Like 35, even if you're saying you can get 35, I think he'll take 30. Like 30 will be, "Are you guys respect me?" He's seen already. He's seen what Cubes has did for that other guy without him playing the game. You got to remember that JB was here, sitting
Yep.
behind guys like I said before, like the DeLon Wrights and the Josh Richardsons and stuff like that. JB was here, so he watched all that. He watched Tim Hardaway Jr. get his money. Like JB is worth way more this year than Tim Hardaway was last year, as far as the market. Like we were wondering, is any other team going to pay Tim Hardaway something? We heard about the Pelicans, and that became the number we had to play against basically. But JB, I'm telling you, there's a few teams that want a solid point guard, man. Like it's a point guard. We talk about it, a point guard and a center, the two positions where you can get solid there. It basically helps your whole squad. You find just a scorer and all that nonsense around it. And JB's is a consistent. I believe JB's a good point guard. I think the NBA knows that. I think the NBA knows if he has the ball in his hand, he can probably average about 8 assists, maybe 1-2 turnovers, if that. Like JB's a beast, man. So I think we undervalue all the things that he can do. That's why I came on the show and apologized to him, because he's pretty elite at some things. And it's like we're not recognizing it because we have Luka Doncic as well, who's a leader at a whole bunch of things. But we have another guy too. So we might have to go to 30, man. It's like, I know it hurts. We're going in that hindsight of what that other guy did. So it hurts. We've been, I guess, we've been trying to take the pretty girl out on a date, and we keep getting turned down, or stuff keeps going the wrong way.
Right.
And so we're like burnt right now. We're like, man, the next one is going to be a failure. And the next pretty girl is coming and saying, I got my mind right, stuff going on. Come on, talk to me. And that's JB right now. We're sitting here like, man, but that last one. So, I mean, I think JB deserves a 30. I know it's crazy to say, and you're like, no way, it's wild, but all the things JB does, like I think JB is the piece, even if he's the third piece. So let's think about it in the future. Let's say JB isn't the second best player, third best player for a championship level team. Is the third best. Is he not worth $30 million? If he's not a championship level player on a third piece on a championship level team, is that not $30 million as well?
So I got my opinions on this, right? We both agree we want to keep JB. Now it kind of goes back to, well, it's yeah. So I got two things. So the one part is, if you're making 30 million, it was the same thing we said about the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's like bro, you gotta get an all-star game, bro. You making 30, you're up there with guys that are perennial all-stars making that kind of money.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I guess the one positive out of it, if you give JB that, I heard this guy say this last night, and I completely forgot. I brought this up to you in a previous video, but I forgot about it until last night. So I told you about the TV deal that the NBA is about to get.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, it's at $24 billion. In 2 years, it's going to jump to like 70 to 75 billion.
Yep.
So we're talking about, we brought this up last time. We're talking about guys like Luka are going to be making 60 million on their starting on their next contract. Their first year of that next contract is going to be 60 million, 60 plus. So I'm thinking you do it, bite the bullet for like 2 years. And in 2 years, that 30 is going to look like 15 in within the cap or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because from 24 billion to 75 billion, that cap is going to jump. It's going to jump. If we're talking about guys making 60 plus million a year on a contract, that means that cap is going to jump. So I was sleeping on it last night because, like I said, we was on Twitter and people were bringing that type of stuff up, and I was just like, I think like I said, right now 30. That's Luka's making 30.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Folks like Damian Lillard, Bradley Beal, LeBron, KD.
40, right? Those they're making 40.
We are 40, yeah.
They're making 40.
So, but like at the beginning of their contract, they were making like 30, like 35. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, you making that kind of money, man. And the thing is too, if we don't sign JB, we lose it for nothing.
For nothing.
Because to be honest with you, the Knicks don't have to do a signing trade.
No.
They now have enough cap space to where they could just bring him in. And on top of that, JB is not a restricted free agent. He's an unrestricted free agent, which means that with his unrestricted, they having a cap space, they can just go ahead and just partner up without any type of help from anybody else.
Yep.
So I guess that's why a lot of people are getting nervous too. But my thing is, let me ask you a question, bro. If you had to call it right now, is JB
Mhm.
gone?
No, I think he's staying.
I think he's staying too, bro. I don't think he listen. And another thing too, but I know people are scared of the Knicks and they freeing this cap space up. How often have we had this conversation about the Knicks freeing up cap space to get somebody?
Yeah.
Do we need to run down their history in the last like what 5-6 years, bro? When have they ever struck on anybody they were trying to get with that cap space that they're freeing up?
Uh,
And it's not a guarantee, bro. Just because his dad's there, that he's gonna go over there. It's not a guarantee.
no.
Like, why would you want to go? Why? Matter of fact, why would you leave Jason Kidd, who helped you elevate your game, to go play for Tom Thibodeau, a guy who's known for running guys into the ground?
Bro, he getting his money, bro. You can't be mad. I mean, I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at JB. His dad is helping him out. He's getting his money. He went from a guy that's a second round pick that thought he was higher than that. He's a guy that, like we said, had to pay his dues, going behind folks to finally show his time. Go get your money, man. Like, force the Mavs to pay you. Like, you should. So I'm not against
Oh yeah,
that.
if I was JB, yeah, I mean, give
Yeah,
my money, yeah. For sure.
but I asked you this question though. So I think we thinking about it. I think fans are thinking about it. I told you the wrong way. When we think about the other guy, we thought about his money and we're like, will he ever get back to that level? Like, can we get him? And we felt like he was going downhill. You feel what I'm saying? Like, he was going to get worse and worse with injuries and things. Can he ever get to that level? I don't think we've seen the best JB yet. And I think he has at least 10 more years, if not more, in the league. The way he plays and all his style of being just a crafty, just smart point guard, I think JB will crack that level. Like, I think there's another still gear that JB can hit, that he can get to, and he has a while to get there still. So I think that 30 million will be a value. Like, from what I'm seeing from JB, I don't get the fear that he's going to be worse. Like, do you think next year JB's going to be worse than he was this year?
No.
Nah. So if he gets better than he was this year, like, he's not one of the players I look at like he's going to be, man, he's not going to take it serious or nothing like that. I think JB would be fine. I also think once we get into the conversation about the draft night, that Nico also protected himself for the future just in case that doesn't work out. But we'll get into that as well. But I think JB does deserve his money, and I'm all for it, man. Like, go get your 30 million if you get it. The Mavericks should want to pay it. Like, it's not about. I think TGK said it in his last video yesterday. He said about the cap space, about being in the luxury tax. Like, it's not a bad thing to be in a luxury tax. That means that you're getting players, like he said, you have a bunch of players that make money. That's opposed to the bad thing is when you're in the luxury tax, you have guys that don't play.
Right.
And as he said, if we can get to like a role where we have like 10 guys that can play for us, like a Golden State, and like you said before in videos like that, and you're in a luxury tax, that's a good thing.
Yep. Because Golden State.
Exactly. That's
example.
That's a good thing. So I think we're thinking about it as luxury tax as if the money is our money. And it's like, it's not. And that one guy burnt this. I know we had a few guys that burnt this before, i.e. that guy, i.e. Chandler Parsons, guys like that. But
I don't know
those
who
were
that
guys.
guy is. You got to start putting a name to that, man. I don't know who
Street clothes. But I feel like those guys were risk as far as like injury concerns and stuff like that with both of those guys. Like, I think JB's gonna get better. JB had the shoulder surgery in his off shoulder. That's not really going to affect his game for his career, I don't think.
It didn't this year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it was on his off shoulder. So I'm telling you, I think we're just undervaluing JB. I hate that we're doing that, and I think JB's gonna get better. Like, there's not too much further JB has to get. Like, JB, 20 a game. If Jalen Brunson gets as a 20 a game, man, like he's done it. Like, I don't care. Nobody expects JB to be shooting or scoring 20 a game on this team. If he gets to a 20 a game guy on a championship level team, that's Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson in his prime was making $30 million a year. So that's what I'm saying. We're thinking about it as far as exactly. We're thinking about it as far as the it's over. Like, we aren't done yet. Christian Wood could be the second best player. We can still grab somebody else to be that second best player. Like, but JB is good enough to at least be a top 3 player on a championship level team. I will go out on a limb and say that one. So if he's on a top 3 level player, give him his 30 million. He deserves it either way. He's gonna be a value no matter what. We're talking about Dorian Finney-Smith being a value at $15 million. Come on, man. Give JB his due. Stop undervaluing JB.
It's not 15, King. It's 15, man.
15, my fault. Lamborghini dough.
Yes, sir. All right, man. I think you already touched on it, man. Let's go ahead and talk about this draft, man. So, listen, y'all, if you've been following this channel for any point in time, man, Y'all know what our motto is. For those who don't know, King, go ahead and tell them what our motto is.
And Nico, we trust, baby. And Nico, we
And Nico,
trust.
we trust. And this is why right here, King. Dallas just acquired the draft rights to shooting guard Jaden Hardy tonight in a trade with the Kings for the second round pick in 2024 and 2028. 6'4" Hardy, who turns 20 on July 5th, averaged almost 20 points a game last season in a G League Ignite. Hardy was drafted 37th overall. Listen, King. Bruh, this dude, Nico, man.
Bro, how?
I don't know. I don't know. Like,
Bro.
whenever we see stuff like this, I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, like you got to sit back and talk, like, how in the hell did you pull this off?
Bro, I have.
Like, how did you pull this? Like, bro, like,
don't question him. We can no longer question Nico Harrison on the show anymore. Never. It's done.
So just stop trying to figure it out, huh? You gonna rattle your brain trying to figure it out. I'm not like, bro, listen.
Bro, we thought this man. We talked on the show, and we thought Jaden Hardy, we didn't have a chance because he was going to go higher.
Go higher, yep.
So we talked about that and be like, nah, I don't think we really have a chance for it. So now we traded our first round draft pick, which we thought we got out the first round, for Christian Wood, and then got back in for giving up second rounders. So we didn't give up a future first rounder. Still, second rounders to get back into the second round for a guy we thought was going to go higher in the first round that we weren't going to be able to get. A 6'5" guard that averaged 20 points against grown men in the G League. Like, I think the G League is hurting people's stock when it should be helping them. Like, it's like guys.
It varies. It varies.
Guys want them to dominate in the G League the way they will play in college. But if a guy can put up 20 in the G League against grown men, like being that young, the development, the way you hear about this guy liking like Damian Lillard and training with him and training with James Harden and going after their moves, he can score at every level. Another guy, like we said, that can score at every level. A slasher, a 6'5" guard that's probably going to get a little taller. He fits. Oh man, like this is great insurance, man. Like this, I hope they can get him minutes. Like this hurts for Josh Green. We're probably going to trade Josh Green now.
I tweeted that last night.
Yeah, we're gonna trade Josh Green now. It's inevitable. I don't think they're going to get Jaden Hardy just to sit him on the bench and not let him play anything at all. Josh Green, basically, if he does get a chance, has to come out. They may let him play in the summer league together.
Him.
Like, let him play in the summer league together and then see what Josh Green does in the summer league and decide if they're going to trade him or not. But man, this guy's a show. Like I'm telling you, I think in the summer league, don't be surprised he's MVP. And this guy's been playing against pros already. Like he's going to be playing against these young guys in the summer league. This guy has skill. Like he has skill. He can score at every level. I wouldn't be surprised if he's a good defender because he's athletic. That opens up the court as far as Luka playing a different position now, like possibly playing a small forward at some point. As far as like we saying he could be a point forward. This changes like this. This opens the door, man. Nico, I don't know what more to say. It's just raw emotion of Nico just doing genius things, man. Like this, we got a special one again. Like this is a different regime.
There's one thing you didn't touch on about this kid. He's a dog, King.
I know.
Oh, do you hear me? With a capital D.
Oh, I know.
Like he was, bruh. And long arms, like you said, a solid defender, man. Can score on every level. Can put the ball on the floor. I don't think he's necessarily an insurance for JB. I just think he feels a need that I've been talking about on this show for the last like 3-4 videos. It's like, bro, we need more guys on this team that can create and go and get their own buckets. That's how you open the offense up. That's how you keep pressure off of Luka. And for you to take a chance on this guy, like you said, lottery pick talent, because he definitely had lottery pick talent, like you just said. We talked about it when we did our draft breakdown on who we think we should draft. It's like we wanted him, but it was like chances are everybody on that list. Matter of fact, Beauchamp went higher than we thought.
Beauchamp went to Milwaukee, man.
Yeah. What's the boy name from Kansas? The shooting guard. He was the last pick in the lottery. And I was like, well, shout out to Jay, man, because he said that was gonna happen. And I was like, I thought that maybe he would have been probably like around 17, 18 or something. Dude was in the lottery.
Yeah.
And he's a senior, King. Senior. Usually that doesn't happen. Like you gotta be special, bro, to be a senior, to be in the lottery, bro. That's how good this guy is, man. And so, like you said, thought Hardy wasn't gonna fall. And on Twitter, a lot of people were like, "Man, what's going on with Jaden Hardy, man?" We kept not seeing his name on the board. There was a lot of people that we didn't see on the board in the first round, and that right there goes to show you, man, just how deep this draft was too.
Yeah.
If you got him in the second round, bro.
Yeah.
And we kept hearing about how Dallas wanted to move back into the draft. So I was real skeptical about them. I'm like, But once we heard the news about them getting him, I was like, oh, so that's why they want to move back in.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, man. Like you said, one of the picks that me and you picked, like, if Dallas can get this guy, that'd be nice. And then you end up doing it, man.
So you think he's more of like, I should say, thinking about it, more of an insurance policy we're saying for Josh Green now?
Because I think that's what when they got him, that's when my mind went first. I said, because he plays the way that they want Josh Green to play.
Yeah. So we thinking about, like, we talking about that third guy, that third wing guy off the bench. As far as like Josh Green fits that, we were saying before, if he's if he gets his game and shoots, you're saying he's the guy that's going to either push Josh Green to be that guy, or is going to take Josh Green's spot to be that guy.
Yeah, and with him, I'm trying to. So this is what I'm. I don't know if this means that they're not going to use that last spot, because we already know they're going to try to get Gordon. And they're going to sign Theo Pinson back with 2 of the spots, right? So they're going to have 1. I don't know if getting him is going to mean that they're going to focus that spot on a big. You see what I'm saying? Like,
I believe it. I think that last piece is, but it's not just him. They're going to try to get rid of Dwight Powell. We talked about everything on the show we talked about, bro. Like, Nico knows. That's what I'm saying. Like, this isn't like the Donnie Nelson show where we're sitting like, come on, Donnie, you know everything that we're saying. We're fans that watch it, and you get paid for it. You have to know. I think Nico knows. Yeah. So that I think that the Dwight Powell spot is still a spot that's going to be somebody else's. I think this though goes with that wing, because we kept saying Josh Green is that guy. Like, why are we going to trade guys away and get another guy if Josh Green is that guy? They ended up drafting a guy, which means they didn't have to give up anybody that's currently on the team that could fight for Josh Green's spot. So now you have, say, if you want to get rid of Josh Green now, you trade Dwight Powell and Josh Green, which is an expiring contract and a guy that has potential, for a center that's established already, that has a little bit of something that can come be a backup center and all. And Nico, we trust, man. I have nothing else to say. Like, Nico keeps filling the holes just every day, bro. Like, this is crazy.
And like you said, he's doing all this and has not at one point touched a draft pick, a significant draft pick. We have not traded a first round pick yet. And like you said, I really believe they're holding on to those first round picks because just in case like something like a Damian Lillard or somebody come down the line or whatever, something like that. That's when you start using that. You use it for the big fish.
Next year you need your first round picks. You need them next year.
Yeah. So, I agree with you, bro. I can see them going that route, because that's what I was trying to think last night. I'm like, oh, okay, did they do this to say that they're going to solidify their wing, or are they doing, or they just did that just to, as like I said, I think it is an insurance policy. I think it is kind of a replacement for Josh Green, because he does what they wanted Josh Green to do.
Yeah.
And like I said, this dude is what was the one thing I always told you about Josh Green I didn't like? I just didn't feel like he had that.
The dog.
Like he played real tentative. Yeah. This dude got dog.
Oh, absolutely.
Like you said, and he showed it against grown men, bro, in the league. So, listen.
He got that Trey Burke dog in him, but he's more. I feel like he'd be more talented than Trey Burke. Like, Trey Burke has that dog in him. He just, exactly, because he's bigger. It's size. It comes down to size. Like, he has more size than Trey Burke, but he has that dog as far as, I'm gonna go get a bucket. That's what the type of player he is, and he could be a better defender because of his size and his ability. Like,
long arms, everything,
bro. This is and he's coming to a good situation.
Yes,
bro.
And in one of the best development staffs in the league, bro. So I really feel like this might have been a Jason Kidd sign off too.
Bro, we getting
this dude is gonna be a Jason Kidd player, bro. He a dog, bro. He a dog, King.
We've been talking about going Dragic and how they're going to do it with so many guys around. It's going to be too many names. They drafted a guy. That's how you do it. You bring a guy, and it doesn't have to be in right away, that shows potential and flashes when he needs to. He's another guy that you can throw in instead of going Dragic. When you need offense, going Dragic. We need a guy that does a little more athletic defense and slashing and all. You throw in a Jaden Hardy. So I like the move a lot. I think it's an awesome move. Man, this is going. I can't wait for the season. Like,
I know season. I can't remember
Bro.
summer league to see the
Yeah,
dude put that work in.
bro, all this is about to be amazing this season. Like right now, I'm telling y'all, we close. If we not championship level team right now, I don't know. We keep getting closer. We keep putting pieces. So I guess now y'all just waiting for a backup center, and that's the last piece you need to say we there. But I'm telling you, this team is deep, man. This team is getting deeper and deeper. We got and that back line now with that Marquise Chris and those guys. We got a Jaden Hardy now, a young guy that we want to see play. You feel me? Like he's filling the voids, and he's just Nico, man. Like we need a whole show just to praise Nico. We need to get Nico on the show.
What we say before, King, you about to have that whole second row
Gone.
about to be a whole different squad, bro. About to be damn near 10 deep, man. That's what we want. And like we said, free agency is around the corner. I've been saying this for the last couple of videos. I really, really deep down in my heart feel like Nico's about to make a trade. And like you just said, I think it's going to be Dwight Powell. Shout out to Chef Gumby. He said the same thing. Those guys have a smaller contract, so it'd be easier to move. Dwight Powell having that one, aspiring contract. Get somebody in here, man, that we can actually use in the rotation, man. And once he do that, King, I'm ready. Let's just go ahead and tip the ball off and let's get this thing going, man.
I don't think Nico's going to touch anybody else. I think there's only 3 guys on the team now that Nico would trade. Real talk. I think that comes down to Dwight Powell, Josh Green, and Bertans.
Yeah,
maybe Tim Hardaway Jr. You feel? I don't
maybe Frank too.
Frank, yeah, we still got Frank too. I forgot. Yes, so Frank Ntilikina, and then
I'd like to keep Frank, but like you said, if you throwing him in a trade for somebody,
Frank,
a value or whatever.
So we say those 4 guys, and then Tim Hardaway Jr. is like icing on the cake if a team if we going for like somebody awesome that really fits the role, and they just beg for Tim Hardaway Jr. I think we say, we already know the role that Tim Hardaway played, and we did it without him, so we need the center position more. But I think he's trying to keep the same squad, man. Like I'm telling you, the offense is going to be stupid. Like this offense on this team, and if the defense didn't take a turn, like I think. The thing is everybody, Christian Wood isn't the savior on defense, but he can add stuff to defense that we never had before. That's what folks aren't realizing. Like
length and versatility.
Yeah, the versatility, the ability to block at the rim, things like that. Like that's the stuff that we didn't have before. So even if he just did that on defense, if he just said, you know what, I'm gonna be like Amari Stoudemire on defense, that's a big upgrade on defense for the Dallas Mavericks. That's what I don't think the fans are realizing. So Nico's putting this team together, man. He's a baller, so he knows what it takes to be. I think he's taking advice from Jay Kidd, another baller, taking advice from our coaching staff, which is a bunch of ballers, and Luka Doncic, who he knows is the ultimate baller. So, yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm very excited for this next year. I'm telling you, 60 wins. We're going to come out the gate with some crazy numbers, and y'all going to be like, what is going on with the Mavericks? I really believe it.
So, pretty much, we just added Tim Hardaway, Christian Wood, and Jaden Hardy. So pretty much. So you had to say, King. That's all I had to say.
Yep.
All right, man. You ready to get to it, man? Get to the most important part of the show.
Favorite part. These guys. Whomever
yes,
they
sir. We're about to take your questions and your comments, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, my thing freezes as I'm trying to. There you go.
You always gotta make an excuse for losing.
God, come on, man. Stay here.
Yeah, it's a lot of comments. Yeah, we love y'all.
Bro, why you don't let King win. Don't let King win.
I'm almost there. Come
on, get up there. Dang. There's a lot of cheating going on. That's all I gotta say, man. A lot of cheating.
Sound like 2006.
All right, man. All right. Go ahead and get into it, man. Guys, bring in any questions, your comments, hit it with the WTM. I got a lot of comments. All right, King, let's go ahead and get into it. You or me?
It's all you. I'm letting you run it, bro. Because you say I take too much time.
And it seems like I'm taking too much time right now because the thing keep freezing on me. All right, here we go. K-Dub, what's good, man? Says Jaden Hardy looked disappointed at being drafted 37th, but I think we would send him to the G League for a season or keep him on the team if THJ's trade comes. Also, JB might be gone. I really don't think Jalen gone, man. I really don't.
Nah.
And like I said before, I don't think he's an insurance policy for Jalen. He doesn't play the same position as Jalen. So yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, after all the stuff the Mavs have done, like it'd be stupid to just let JB go for nothing. Like
Yes.
you
It,
cannot.
it does not free up cap space either, y'all. So it's not like,
Mm,
oh, just let them go. It free the
no,
cap space. It's not how that works. We're already over the
man.
luxury tax.
I don't care what happens, they have to find a way to sign JB. Like if it's sign and trade, if it's sign to keep, they have to find a way to sign JB. They cannot let JB just walk. That's stupid. Then I'll be like, that'd be the first decision Nico makes, and I'm like, whoa, did you let that happen? So I don't think JB's gone.
What happened?
Y'all see real always giving these excuses. I can
Is
keep,
it?
you want me to read?
Is it going the opposite way now?
Nah, you want me to read it? I got the next one. I can keep going.
No, I'm trying to find the next one. Like
It was K Dub
like it
afterwards.
jumped, but I think I got it going in the opposite direction.
I don't know. We
That's
missed
what it is.
but we missed Jody and I think Lies before K Dub as well. And Christopher says so you might as well start at Christopher if you can get all the way to the top.
Yeah, okay. Because I'm like, what the heck? It must have just caught up now.
Christopher in the future, please send WTM. I know you had it first, but
yeah, okay. So he was first. Okay, let's make sure. Yeah, because it didn't show all that at first.
Yeah, you still
Anyway,
further.
but Chris,
You still further
Chris,
down, bro. You still got guys above that, Jody, and all that.
That's where it's stopping me at.
That's where it's stopping you. Okay, you want me to just read it then? There's people above them.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, Chris. I see you had first. You had Jalen Hardy will prove to be an elite guard under the development of Jason Kidd, just like Jalen Brunson was. People miss the fact that every guard under Jason Kidd has become an extremely better player. Absolutely, I agree on that. Also, he said Nico is a godsend for Dallas. Luka has the administrative support to help him maximize his potential. The Mavericks have the staff to build beyond just depending on Luka. Absolutely, that's what we saw about Chris. Basically, Nico is a baller, so he has ballers in his pocket as far as Luka right now. So it should work out. Jody was next. She said, "Happy Friday, my guys." Thoughts, or Jody, I'm sorry, it's a dude. He said, "Happy Friday, my guys. Thoughts on how long it will take to see Hardy in the rotation? Also, does this make Green a movable target, or will it be a competition for minutes?" I think, as we said, I think Hardy's gonna. It depends on summer league, but I think he's going to destroy in summer league, and if he does, he's going to have to crack the rotation. I think J. Kidd isn't a guy like Rick Carlisle that is going to play a guy. He plays guys based off of how they play and how good they are and what they can do for the team. We also talked about Green being a movable target because, he has to play his butt off now, or he's basically expendable. We got anything you got, Real? I'm sorry, I don't want to cut you off. You got something to say? I know you're trying to work, but Lies says, "What up, my G's? What up, Lies? As always." He says, "Question: do you guys think they're about to package Wood and Hardy for something greater?" Nah, Lies. I think they're going to keep Wood and Hardy.
Yeah, no, I think not traded. Just traded for him. So
I think they fit. K Dub, this is after that first one you said. Christian says, "Keep Kyrie away from Luka. We don't need a guy to come in to think he will be a superstar here. We already have a superstar. We don't need another one, especially one that can't even play 40 games." Yes. So yes and no, Christian. Yes and no. I agree with you about the 40 games. He has to come back on his mission, basically. If he's playing, so if Kyrie takes like a mid-level exception, I'm guaranteeing y'all, Kyrie's going to dominate next year. He has to. Like
he might mess around. He might mess around, play all whatever mini games that Dallas plays.
Whatever games they play, he'll play every single game and just be dominant. I'm telling you, if you get him on a 1 year, you can't let that up. Like that's my take him for the 1 year mid-level. You can't let that type of talent go. That's a spot that we can say it's a wasted spot, basically. Like it's a low risk, another high reward spot. So if he takes that mid-level, absolutely you take a Kyrie for that. But another thing I didn't touch on that you just said, thinking he's a superstar, he has to understand he's the second best player on his team. If he understands he's the second best player, he's a superstar. It's not being a superstar. He is a superstar. So
you're not taking Luke out of his spot. So
yeah, you can have more than one superstar, but if he comes playing like you remember those games, what was it, back-to-back games in the finals where he had 41 and 30 something with LeBron. LeBron had 41 and 41 back-to-back. Like if he plays like that, yeah, I take another superstar doing that, understanding your role and what you can do, and he can play off the ball. Like Kyrie, even when James Harden came at first, he was playing two guard and he gave his point guard position to James Harden. So that playing off the ball, he plays perfect because he's a shooter. Kyrie isn't just a scorer; he's one of the best shooters in the league. Like as far as Kyrie's amazing. Like it's always the mind stuff that we all question and all. As far as the ability, they always say Kyrie's one of the most skilled players of all time and all because it's true. Kyrie shoots 40% from three. He's one of the best, if not the best, finisher under the rim for a guard or somebody, at that position or small. Like he's an awesome just handler of the ball, probably the best handler of the ball of all time. Like he's amazing. So if he comes playing his role, doing what he can do, he's a perfect piece. But that's a big if. And then we're right there where you are with Christopher now, bro.
So just next, last, the first WTN.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm caught up then. All right, yeah, because he's not showing me nothing else above lies. I don't know what's going on. Lies says I saw Kyrie streaming on Twitch recently, and he was telling his story from the days when he was a Cav until he left Boston. He is saying he was just looking for some normalcy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then he also says, "Come on, computer, what is going on today? This thing is acting up. It's not even letting me click on it. There we go. All right, part 2. All right, he says he had a deal with depression and the death of his grandpa he was close with. The last 2 years were hard on him. I feel like he's looking for a team to grow with and start anew. It could be the case, man.
My man Lies always be on the personality tip. We're going to call him TMZ. But that absolutely, though, Lies. He said the same thing about Luka before, about the depression, I believe. But, yeah, either him or Pav or one of the two. But yeah, if he's dealing with that, I just say the 1 year, man. Mid-level, you can't. Like, we're almost about to like run out of that mid-level or whatever. Aren't we? Like, it's about to be over soon or whatever. Having to
no, not a mid-level. Oh, you're talking about the trading set. I mean, the TP.
That's the TP.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
from what I'm hearing, man, guys like Mark Stein are saying Dallas probably not going to use it.
So we got to get rid of this. We got to use these things. So if we can get them for the mid-level, why not? Like, take them. I don't see anything wrong with it. I just don't see a problem. Even if you got to send the guy home, like then he's just ending the rest of his career if he comes here on the mid level. Like I don't think Kyrie's gonna. I mean, he is a guy that could up and retire. I'm not gonna lie to you, but at the mid level, I just think that it's okay. I don't think that the risk is high enough where you wouldn't give him a mid level.
Jody says we have essentially replaced Boban for a starter and Brown and Burke for Hardy. Any other moves y'all have in mind to fill the rest of the roster? Like I said, it's kind of I don't know what they're going to do as far as like with us getting Hardy. Is that going to solidify the wing position, or are they going to still try to get a wing, or you know what I mean, like a wing, or are they going to just use that one of those roster spots for a big? Because like I said, we're hearing they're trying to get Goran. They're going to sign back. What's the boy name? Theo Pinson. So we don't know what they're going to do with that last spot. Don't know if this pick means they're going to go for another big or they're going to go for another wing. So it's kind of hard to determine right now. And we both kind of on agreement. We think that they're going to try to move Dwight Powell and maybe Josh Green before, or maybe even Bertans. Maybe they keep Bertans. I don't know, because I think Bertans probably the one contract that's probably just a little bit more harder to move. Because Dwight Powell has that expiring, like we said, and then of course Josh Green, an up and coming player. So those two probably would be a little bit more easier to move compared to like a Bertans. But like I said, Dallas, I still think Nico got some moves in him. We'll find out here in the next week or so because free agency is coming up.
I think, like you said, I think the main thing is the big guy now. I think we have a bunch of wings. I would like to still have another wing, like you said. But I think we're starting to try to develop that next guy behind him. I think that's what they're going to try to do. So we really need a backup big. But also, I wanted to ask you a question. Do you think Theo's going to play a little bit more this year?
Probably.
Okay.
I don't think he's going to be a contributor in the rotation. He's going to probably be like how Sterling Brown and them were. You know what I mean? Like garbage time, you throw him in there. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I really think they're going to sign him back for a locker room. Like we talked about before, kind of like how Dudley was when the teams he was on.
Yeah.
What's the boy name in Miami?
Udonis Haslem.
HD. Udonis Haslem.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's gonna be kind of one of those situations, man. They just want to keep him as I think they would have kept him as a two-way roster guy if they had the opportunity to. But you know what I'm saying? I guess that's the only way they can keep. Well, it is the only way they can keep him. But yeah, I don't think he's really gonna be a significant piece.
You tell me how the Lakers get all the juniors when the draft was going on still to, two-way contracts.
Man, every junior. Man, it would have been tripping if he got Ron Harper Jr.
Yeah.
That would have been a trip. I forgot his son was in it too, man.
They'd had every junior.
Yeah,
They
all
can
the
get Tim, they can
juniors.
take Tim Hardaway Jr. too. If they want.
Hey, Thomas, I love that. Harold says, "What's up, my guys? I don't think JB is going to stay. I just wish we can get some value back." So like I said, Harold, like we said, if JB leaves, and like I said, if he goes to New York does not have to give us anything back in return. JB does not have to do a sign and trade. He's an unrestricted free agent. He's unrestricted. They have cap space. They can just make that happen without Dallas even being involved in that. So if you're talking about him just leaving, that's what's going to end up happening. He's just going to leave. We're not going to have anything of value in return. And it's not like him leaving is going to free up cap space. That's not how that works. We're already over the luxury tax. So either way it goes, you're losing him while also being over the luxury tax. Mm-hmm. To justify you being over the luxury tax, you got to sign him back. Like we just said, like shout out to TGK. You gotta sign JB back. It's like a have to type thing now. I understand everybody don't want to sign, like me and King said, nobody wants to sign him to a $800 million contract. We understand that. But I'm trying to give y'all a little bit of positive. If you sign him now, the TV contract kicks in the next 2 years. They're going to sign a new TV deal in 2 years. Right now, it's at $24 billion. It's going to jump to about $70 to $75 billion, which means that little $30 million contract, whatever JB gets, he gets $30 million. He gets that $30 million contract now. It's going to look like a $15 million contract. It's going to look like a value contract on the next TV deal in just 2 years, y'all. Y'all see how fast these seasons are going. That 2 years will be here before y'all know it. So
yeah,
we got to sign JB back, man. We got to. I'm sorry. I know some of y'all don't want that, but we got to.
How about this one as well, Ralph? You think JB's not going to be a wanted commodity anymore? Like, that's what I'm saying. Does everybody think JB is going to go down?
He will be a trade asset. Yes.
He's not going to get better, so you can't just let him walk for nothing. Like, he's either going to sign, as I said, or he's going to be signed and traded. Like, you can't he's not just walking. No way.
You can't let that guy just walk, y'all.
No way.
All right, here we go. Johnny P says, I'm taking Kyrie over Jalen Brunson 100 out of 100 times. Johnny, we already know you've been off the JB train since 1986, man. We know. It's okay.
We know Kyrie's a better player than JB, Johnny B. It's just,
but JB's a better fit.
Yeah, like you can't just take and say he's just going to be better than him. If that was the case, then Brooklyn would have won a championship by now. Boston would have won a championship by now. Like, you can't not include those factors as well. Like, Kyrie's been on some awesome teams since he's left LeBron and has very much underachieved. Like, we have to call it both ways.
Exactly. I've already gave you the Boston example ad nauseum. Like King said, it's all about fit. Like, he fits with Luka, and it's not like he's not trash, y'all. Like, he just dude is trash or something. Like, JB is good. Like, I really don't feel like we would have got where we've gotten to without JB. Him taking that next step. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, the thing freezes, bro. Is it freezing on your end?
Nah, it's Reggie next. It's Cuz next. He says draft grade is an A based on value. Rather have gotten Kendall Brown or EJ Liddell, but happy with the pick overall. More importantly, say, bro, law, when can I come get some of those pancakes?
Might need to talk to your sister about that one, man. Talk to your sister.
Yeah, we didn't. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'll finish your conversation.
No, I had no control over that one, man. You got to talk to your sister.
And we didn't give out draft grades, but absolutely, I think it's A+.
Oh yeah.
I think it's A+ based off of what they.
I'm gonna give it a B+. It's very, very solid. Very solid.
I give it A+. We were out of the draft. We traded away our first round draft pick and got. So I'm grading it based off of everything we got on draft night. We got Christian.
The whole thing. I was talking about just the individual one. Yeah.
We got him in the second round as a first round guy, and like this is an A+ draft for Nico Harrison.
And you know what's crazy? We end up drafting Wendell Moore.
Yep.
That was crazy. I when I seen it, I said, I yelled. I said, what? And Terry was downstairs like, we okay? Like, yeah, no, it's draft stuff. Just draft stuff. We're like, what in the heck? How did we Draft this dude. We were talking about getting him too, and this is like,
And then
man, that's crazy. He ended up going over
the Kings drafted
yeah.
out guy, and don't give us Rashawn Holmes, but give us our guy. Thank you, Kings.
That's crazy, bro. Here we go. Johnny B says, Johnny B? Lord, please don't let the Clippers get Kyrie. Clippers in the same boat we in.
Yeah.
They don't really have that. They got some issues with their roster too. They got to feel theirs the same way we got to feel ours. $6 million here or whatever, or
so
trade exception there. So
I don't like that one, Johnny B. I think if the Clippers got Kyrie, that'll hurt them more.
Yeah,
now I think that fit wouldn't work because they need a point guard. Kyrie's not a point guard; he's just a point guard by size. Because of size, he plays the point guard position. He's a two guard. They don't need a two guard; they need a point guard. So I don't think that one works. They don't have that third guy like Cleveland and them had as far as the stretch guy that can shoot that. You telling me you're gonna make Paul George that? No. You telling me you're gonna make Kawhi that? No. So, like, Kyrie doesn't handle their problem as far as ball handling. I still think the best playmaker on the team would still be Paul George.
Yeah, I agree. Because y'all looking at the names like, ooh, put Kyrie with Kawhi and with Paul George. That's a ring. Like, I got to look at fit too, man. Like you said, if anything, they need a point guard for sure. They definitely need a point guard. Bro, my stuff is tripping today, man. And like it won't let me go back up to the top, so I'm missing questions. Like it's not letting me scroll up. It let me go down, but it won't let me go up.
You see that?
So you have to read the next one.
We put it in the air. See when I said it was all you? That made me get it about the question. See, but I got it. I'll take it.
So doing yours too?
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah. You're talking about yeah.
Before we started, I said it was all you, and now it gave it all to me. But Christian says next, if we can get Kyrie for 1 year, $6 million, I'm done for that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 1 year, $6 million, absolutely. Amount then says.
Hey, I'm saying even I would take that, yo.
That's what I'm saying.
I would take that.
You can't give that up. 1 year for $6 million for approve it. Like, go ahead. Amount says just for a year. No, we want JB for the long haul. No amount, not for JB. JB, we're gonna give him a 5-year contract. We're talking about for Kyrie. Kyrie will come in for the 1 year contract and then have to prove himself to get another max contract.
Yo, like why we say JB? Like JB's, but that's the guy we trying to keep.
Yeah, JB will get 5 years here.
JB ain't gonna come back with no 1 year deal. That's gonna be crazy. Johnny B says it's crazy because during the playoffs, Dallas had the biggest Vegas odds to land Kyrie. Yeah, they still got the biggest Vegas odds right now. They were talking about that yesterday, which kind of threw me off.
Can we give like shout outs though to the Mavs being one of the teams on the list for guys that where they want to go?
But that's the thing. But people were saying that online. The issue was never us being on the list because we were on the list for Chris Paul, for Darren Williams, for Dwight Howard. It was never the issue of being on the list. It was us actually getting those guys. That was always the issue.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And so we always been on the list. We just can never beat that guy. Or matter of fact, Joe Johnson, who all these guys. We always been on the list of these guys. It's just us finally getting the guys. That was the issue.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really think they were on the list. Like even the only guy
they were actually on the list. They said that. Remember Darren Williams? We had it between it was between the Nets and Dallas.
Darren Williams.
Chris Paul actually went out and said that in one of those interviews, one of those podcasts, he said he was going to come to Dallas if Dwight Howard did not opt into that last year of his Magic contract. Remember, he was rumored not to opt in. So he was talking about he was supposed to come to Dallas too.
So what's the piece that's changed since then?
We still got different front office. Like I said, the thing is, it was never the fact of us being on the list. We've been on the list.
I got you.
It was us actually getting those guys to come here.
And that's the thing. What I'm telling you is now we're going to get those guys because we have a different regime.
No, I agree.
That was the piece. I think that was the piece that was holding us back all these years, and people weren't realizing it was the
piece.
The pieces, but
about 50 S's then.
That was holding us back, and plus, then that probably was why Cuban was involved more. Now that we think about it, because those guys
think about this too, King. You just said, think about this too. What was the one thing we've been talking about all year? Why does Domantas Sabonis leave?
Because he doesn't like Rick Carlisle.
Why does Miles Turner want to leave?
Because he doesn't like Rick Carlisle. Why Dennis Smith Jr.? Why I'm sorry, I'm gonna say his name. Street Clothes. Why Luka
Yes.
Doncic?
Oh wait, does that count? Does that count?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't count. I could have said Cat Van Durant or something like that. You feel me? But it's because of that guy. I'm telling you, that's why Cubes was involved. That's why you would hear. You know what? When we heard about guys going to was Rick Carlisle even in that meeting with DeAndre Jordan? Things that make you go
That's a good question. I think
I can't remember.
I think it was just Donnie and Finn, bro.
And Mark tried to go there as well, and I think Dirk. He said Dirk was there on a private jet with him and all that. As far as trying to get him, I don't know if Rick Carlisle was part of that crew. I'm saying y'all got to think about it because the Mavs keep stuff so internally. You got to go on it into like a psychological type thing and like pick their brain and see things that are happening to try to figure it out. It's like a puzzle in a way. But I'm telling y'all, that Rick Carlisle regime with Donnie Nelson and all, people didn't like them. I don't know. I'm not going to go on and say why I think so because that'll be a whole different video. But
we've heard things.
Yeah, we've heard things. But I'm telling you, folks.
We did a video on the King.
Yeah, guys don't like being called or being, called down upon and all that stuff, embarrassed in front of guys and nah, bro, like that's stop. And then Rick Carlisle isn't even that type of guy. Like Rick Carlisle, you won your one chip being a part of one of the greatest teams of all time, and then you were just a journeyman from then on. Like no disrespect, but you're not that dude. Like so, you got a guy like Jay Kidd and all out there right now. It's just a different thing, different beast.
Yeah, remember JB said too. Mm-hmm. He said in the podcast, the Duncan Robinson podcast. So yeah. Yep. And your favorite analyst of all time, Kendrick Perkins, said that like years ago. He said people don't like Rick Carlisle.
Yep.
So he said, I'm sorry, players don't like Rick Carlisle. That's what he said. RC says hard pass on Kyrie. Everyone knows how toxic he is. No thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you on the toxic part. I definitely would not sign him to a full contract.
It's just 1 year though. It's the same.
But if it's 1 year, I wouldn't say no. I ain't screaming like, yeah, go get him, but I wouldn't say no.
You can't let that
y'all know how I feel about Kyrie. I definitely know how I feel about Kyrie.
Man, if Kyrie is here for 1 year, $6 million, you can send him home. That's what I'm saying.
I think you can cut him too.
Like you can basically send him home. And I don't think he wants to end it. You got to think about it as far as like if you were playing basketball. Like if Kyrie's being questioned right now and it's a prove-it contract, like we know how guys show off in contract years. You guys are saying that Kyrie's going to come here for $6 million and just say I'm going to destroy the locker room. He's going to be on his best behavior to get another contract worth 35 plus.
Listen, everybody, if y'all start reading, listening to some of the reports that are going out, there's a lot of GMs that are not sold on Kyrie, which is why you don't hear Kyrie's name being attached to teams like beating down the door to go get him.
Yep.
It's because like everybody knows, like, because I mean, even Kyrie knows. We know Kyrie's supposed to be a smart guy. He should know now. It's like, look, man, this is my last. I've already, had these two. Like King said, you were on two different franchises, two winning franchises, and you underachieved.
Yep.
There was some kind of issue with both of those franchises. Like I said before, it's no coincidence that in the 3 times that Boston went to the Eastern Conference Finals, the first year they went, Kyrie wasn't there.
Yep.
They went without Kyrie. He wasn't there. The second year they went, Kyrie was on the team, but he was hurt and did not play. Yep. And then, of course, this year after Kyrie left. And so it's not a coincidence, man, that whatever.
I think you got it backwards, bro. I think they went the first year when he was injured. Then it's his second year in Boston. They went to the second round and lost to Milwaukee. Then he went to Brooklyn and was injured, and they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals again. And then they just.
Wait, what was the second one you said?
The second one was after he went to Brooklyn in the bubble.
Yeah.
So he was gone from the team the second year.
Okay, yeah. So, but yeah.
The first year he was injured. The first year he was there and he missed the playoffs after Gordon Hayward.
Oh yeah, that's when him and Gordon Hayward got injured. You're right.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. But the point is though, they went without him pretty much. Yeah. And then of course y'all see what's going on in Brooklyn. That's not no secret. That's more recently. I probably remember that. Yeah. So yeah, I forgot what we were talking about with that one. But yeah.
About him basically coming over and wanting to prove himself.
Yeah, so yeah, pretty much. Like this is his last leg, y'all. And on top of that, he's not young anymore, like young. You know what I'm saying? Like he's 30 now. So you want to get that last big contract, bro, you got to be on your best behavior.
Yeah.
K Dub says trade JB is not worth a Luka contract. Yeah, JB Christian, it's easy to say. Okay, so if you trade KP, y'all, I mean him this.
Ah, yeah. It's
Good
1-0,
night,
y'all.
everybody. If we trade JB, then you're not gonna get anything in return. Like JB, I mean, matter of fact, you trading JP, you don't have to trade. You're not gonna be able to trade JB. It's gonna be up to JB to say, you know what, if this team I want to go to is not have the cap space, then I would do a sign and trade.
Yeah.
And if we're talking about him going to New York, he does not have to do that. New York does not have to do that. New York now has the cap space to sign him straight up. He is an unrestricted free agent, so you're going to lose him for nothing, which is not going to benefit us because we're still over the luxury tax, regardless of if he signs or if he does not sign. But you want to justify you being in the luxury tax by signing JB back. You have to sign JB back, or you're going to lose him for nothing. And I'm telling you right now, if we lose JB this year, I can say, oh, we got Christian Wood. It don't matter. It does matter. It does matter because you now have two near elite ball handlers on your team now with JB and Luka. And JB's on, like King said, from what we've seen throughout JB's career, even from high school to now, it shows you that he gets better every year. He's going to take another leap. That's going to help our team. It's going to make us better. So us losing him is going to be a huge hole on his team, y'all. I understand y'all don't want to pay him the 30. But like I said, if y'all can bite the bullet for about 2 years, that 30 is going to turn into 15 because it's going to be a major jump in the TV deal in the NBA from 24 billion to nearly 70 to 75 billion. Yeah. So now those contracts are going to look minuscule compared to now. Yeah, now it looks grand. It does. But it's going to work out in the end, y'all. We have to bring JB back. Whether y'all like it or not, we have to. Because Kyrie is not a guarantee. JB is.
And I told you I go for averages, y'all. Like, so I don't do that 30 a year. Luka makes this right now. Luka's contract was a $200 million contract over 5 years. You divide 200 by 5 is $40 million a year, which means towards the end of his contract, he can be making close to $50 million to try to average it out to make it like that. JB's contract can be the same way if you wanted to. You wanted to start off a little lower, they can decide to make it lower. They can make it start off higher and then go lower. But he's going to be averaging about 30, exactly, like $30 million a year. Luka averages 40 million, so it's still 10 over JB if he does 30 million. I'm still not 100% saying they're going to be 30 million and maybe a little lower than that, 28-ish, somewhere around there. They might meet him in the middle. But
I'm kind of I'm hoping JB like it's reasonable on
it. Yeah, it says 28 for 5 years. That's awesome for JB like right now. And then get another contract. Like the thing is the Mavs are basically willing to almost give you a max contract, JB. He should be happy with that, which means it should be a win for both teams. And then he shows out still in his contract. And then the Mavs for sure should then give him a max contract again if he continues on that same trajectory that he's doing right now. So it's not that bad as you guys thinking it is. Like Luka and them, these guys are starting to make 40, 45. Like we're talking Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal's about to get the next max contract. It's $50 million a year. That's $20 million more than what JB is going to be making. You're thinking right now in this current moment. We're talking about Luka within his next contract, which will be a year before JB's is over, will be making about double, if not more, than that of what JB is going to be making in that last year of his contract.
Let's see. Amount says, no way JB is worth 30, can't do it. THJ is overpaid, Dodo, and THJ would switch contracts. I wish they could. But like I said before, too, Amount, THJ is in a descending order. So yeah, it might look like it's trash right now, but as his contract goes on, it keeps getting lower and lower, which is what King was just saying. You can sign JB, maybe he gets all his money up front, and then it goes down towards the end. Or it's low in the beginning, and it goes up, like Lucas is. You know what I'm saying? So it's just gonna depend on him, I guess, or what they negotiate. But like I said, you got to do it. You got to do it. It's not like you have free cap space where you can just go sign somebody else. You know what I mean? You're working with $6 million pretty much, y'all. You're working with $6 million. Right. So it's either JB or nothing, pretty much.
I keep telling the Glow Gang, bro. I tell y'all, if everybody had $0 right now as far as on the team, and they went out this year and won a championship, and Luka was the best player, and Christian Wood was the second best player, and JB was the third best player, How much are you signing JB for? That's all I'm saying. If JB gets you 20 a game and he's the third best player on a championship level team, doing what he did this postseason, 21 or whatever like that, how much are you paying him? What you gonna say? 25 is you gonna say 30 too much? 25 is too much? Like you guys do know third players. Drew Holiday is making about $30 million a year.
Yep.
Drew Holiday took the Milwaukee Bucks over the top. You think they're disappointed with paying Drew Holiday that money? No.
Nope.
They said, okay, we got him. He got us over the top. He's a one-time All-Star, a guy that can possibly get you one time to the All-Star game. That's what we're talking about as far as JB. A guy that's a third-level player that may possibly reach the All-Star game one year in his career, something like that. If he can be a third best player on a championship level team, he's worth $30 million. If you guys know how the cat work right now and how teams usually work with their three best players and all. That's how it works. Give me another team with three good players that won a championship where you say the third guy's making $30 million a year.
There you go. Clarence says, do you think JB will settle the Mavs offer? Settle the Mavs offer him or nah?
He's not settling.
No, I don't think he's settling. But I don't. At the same time, I don't think Dallas gonna lowball him. Like I don't see Dallas saying like, let's say he wants 28. I don't see Dallas saying like, oh no, we're gonna get you 15 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I think they'll come to a compromise because I think he does want to be here. He said it in Duncan Robinson's podcast. Like he wants to be here. So it's not like it's one of those cases like, man, look, I'm gonna go where the money is. Like y'all gonna have to pay me or I'm going over here. I don't think it's one of those cases. Like, look, JB is the pillar, one of the pillars of this team, man. Yeah. And what Dallas's foundation is and what they've been building on. Talked about that a million times. Him and Luka, man, coming into the draft together. Those are the two pillars of this team.
Yep.
And so he knows and understands and loves, matter of fact, playing with Kid. He talked about before how Kid elevated his game. He talked about how the last guy was kind of playing mind games with him and stuff like that. He loves his organization. He loves his teammates. He loves playing with these guys. He sees the vision of what they're trying to do. They're getting closer to that pinnacle that they're trying to reach. Like, I think, maybe it's a homer in me, but I think JB is staying, bro. And Mark even said, too, we also can offer him more money than anybody else, which is why I think he's staying. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm just hoping that he don't, it don't get too crazy. But
we said the leadership council is probably over, but they asked the question about who will be on the leadership council. If the leadership council was three guys and existed on the team right now, it would be Luka, Dodo, and JB. They'd be three guys that it would be. So he's a pillar of the team. That shows you right there that he's one of the guys. Like, no, you have to pay him. The thing is, the New York Knicks have done him a justice. Like, the New York Knicks have basically kind of, I don't want to say screwed us over because JB deserves his money, but with them doing what they did, he's sitting back like, man, I just made it. Thank you, New York. Like, his dad went to New York and did a job for his son. And that's what you're supposed to do. Get them guys to free up cap room and all. They did, which means that you're showing that he's a commodity. You put the heat under the Dallas Mavericks now to pay him. It is what it is. He did a smart move.
Johnny B says Dallas needs to take those 3 picks the Knicks got in our first for next season and give them JB. We'll at least get 4 first rounds and we say 4 first round picks and maybe Burks because $30 million for JB is wild. Johnny B, like we said, what's the look? If
we giving up the season,
if I'm offering you a job, you don't have a job or anything like that. You're a free agent as a worker. If I offer you a job, why would I go to your other job and say, hey man, I'm gonna give you this to get Johnny B? When you're a free agent, I got the money to offer you. Why would I give you anything to get a person that I have the money to give to already? Why would I need a middleman? Mm-hmm. Like that, JB is an unrestricted free agent. New York has cleared up enough cap space to sign him outright. That was the issue with a lot of these teams. They can't sign anybody outright. They have to do a sign and trade. But if you get enough money to sign that person, you don't have to do a sign and trade.
Yeah.
And which is what we're trying to say. Like, why would they give all that up for a guy that can just sign upright? I'm giving you assets for a guy I can just sign upright. So up outright. So I don't see that happening. That'd be nice on like 2K or NBA Live or something, Johnny. That'd be great. But that's not reality. They don't have to do that. Yeah, I wouldn't do it either.
I still wouldn't do it if I was the Mavs. I'm gonna try to talk to you as far as if I was Nico point of view, Johnny. One, I told y'all before. I looked at it. I'm like, do you see a championship squad in his team somewhere? I do. Like this is young. I feel like you guys are now saying you aren't high on the team anymore. Like I see it's pieces away. We just talked about. So if it's pieces away, why am I getting rid of one of my pillars to get picks that may be something or whatever going on in the future? Like we're now. The Mavericks are now, guys. Like this whole draft thing, that's it. The Mavericks are right now.
We went after a guy like Christian Wood.
Yeah, they're trying to win a championship. We talking about Kyrie Irving and all. They're trying to win a championship now, guys. Like them draft picks it's about to be just those are going to be just sitting for guys if something goes wrong and you want to try to go for a superstar in the future or something. That's all it's for. Like even the salary cap or whatever. The only reason you want to stay under the salary cap is if you're trying to go for free agents and swing. So if we need a guy like some other superstar, or whatever to join the team, you need salary cap to make it easier to get a guy where he can be in the same situation that we're saying right now for JB, where he's an unrestricted free agent and he can just come over here for nothing. That's what you worry about salary cap for. Right now, we have pieces right now. You got to sign those guys and keep them on the team because we're close. The other pieces that we can get just are basically in trades and all that we can just grab and put on this team. I see a championship level team on this piece, and you guys are saying get rid of one of the pillars of the championship level team. If he's a pillar for a championship level team, no, he stays here. He's a pillar. The guys that we said you can get rid of are those 4 guys we talked about that we're saying that can be expendable to get somebody else that becomes that missing piece to hold it up and we can win a championship. You guys are thinking too far left as far as like keeping. Why? Who are we getting? Like who's you guys talking about getting Kyrie for $6 million and maybe not getting him, and you may not want to get this guy. So who are we trying to get? Like you guys trying to wait for Kawhi Leonard to be a year older and possibly get him? Are we waiting for LeBron James to be our savior next year or whatever? Are we waiting for Kevin Durant to be our savior now, years older and all? Like why are we going away when we have something right here? And it's going to be younger guys that come up and be better, and JB's going to be better. You got to stop thinking about this going for the whole home run and grabbing some free agent dude. You guys just argued about Zach LaVine like 2 weeks ago. Like him being a free agent, would he be better than JB? But you guys are playing both sides, the devil's advocate for either one of the conversations, I feel like. Like it's like if you say keep JB, well, he's not worth it. Go get someone else. Well, let's go get someone else. Don't mess with the team. It might mess with the chemistry and all that. You have to go and get some. You have to pay for the teams that you got. That's basically what I'm saying. We have a pillar. Keep him.
Can you argue with that, man? RC says the voting system for the All-Star is trash. I mean, they had Wiggins in last year. If JB doesn't make an All-Star, I'm not going to think too much of it. I mean, yeah, CJ McCollum isn't an All-Star.
CJ McCollum.
Look what he just did for the Pelicans.
He's not worth 30 mil?
They were there. He's making 30.
He's not worth 30 mil?
He's making 30.
Man. Come on, man.
Cuz King, he said 25 mil max for JB. I like JB, but what the Knicks are gonna do for JB is too much. 30 mil
for a number 3.
For a number 3 can't happen.
Okay. If you pay 30 mil for your number 3, we win championships. How about y'all think about it like that? If you put enough money to pay 30 mil into your number 3, you're winning a championship. But I mean, I guess
just gave you 2 examples. Just gave you 2 examples. Drew Holiday's making 30. CJ McCollum is probably going to move down to the 3rd option when Zion gets back. He's making 30. So I mean, like you said, it's a going rate.
Hey, didn't Mike Conley get 30?
Yep.
And they tried to sign him. He was just too old by then, right? But wasn't he?
He got, matter of fact, this last contract he just had, he has near 30.
So he just got a near $30 million contract as a guy that's
at the age of how old is he, King? 115 years.
How many All-Star games he made? Just one, basically. And he
just made that 2 years ago.
Just threw him in there. Come on, man. JB still got 10 years left on his career. Okay. But we're gonna pay Miles Turner $30 million. Y'all want to pay Miles Turner $30 million? A guy that never made an All-Star game as well. JB, you know what? I'm saying it on the show. JB better than Miles Turner. Y'all geeking if y'all don't see it.
You want to know why I say that? Because JB plays.
Yeah.
AJ says, I know King doesn't think the Mavs need Miles Turner, but the Mavs could use him in a system similar to the guard system where we use two of Turner, Wood, Kleber all the time. No.
Nah.
Listen, like I said, like we said it before, the Mavs play in 5-and-out system.
Mm-hmm.
5-and-out, which means you're going to have a big with wings surrounding the big.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they play. And they're not the only team that plays that way. There are other teams in the league that play with a big in the middle with 5 wings. We just played 2 teams in the playoffs. I'm sorry, 3 teams. Want to count Golden State?
Mm-hmm.
2 teams in the playoffs in the Jazz, where they got Rudy Gobert and a bunch of wings. Russ O'Neal played the 4.
Mm-hmm.
Then we played Phoenix with DeAndre Ayton, where Jay Crowder played the 4.
Yep.
That's the way that the league is going. You don't add extra bit. This is not the 90s anymore. This is not the 2000s. This is the way the league is going. Now your 4 looks like Dodo, looks like Royce O'Neal, looks like Jay Crowder. Those are your 4s now, y'all.
Yeah.
You don't clog it up by having 2 big lumbering guys in there. And if you want Christian Wood to be at his best of the best, you need him to have as much room to operate. You don't need anybody else clogging the paint. I understand that he can shoot 3, that Miles Turner can shoot 3, but that still is going to clog things up. You need him to be the focal point at center. We used this example before. When we had that other guy at the center, at the 4, and they had somebody else behind him playing the 5, our offense got clogged. As soon as they moved him to the 5, his numbers went up across the board. The offense took off. And so that's what you want with Christian Wood. You want him at the 5. You don't need Miles Turner. What, you gonna get Miles Turner for what, 2 games?
Even if he does play, man, like you don't run that too big. Like you don't run that too big. I know people. I don't know why people are thinking that too big works. Only time you run it too big is when you got 2 dominant big guys. When you got 2 like just out of this world big guys. We talking about Ralph Sampson and Hakeem Olajuwon. We talking about David Robinson and Tim Duncan. You feel me? Like you're talking about those are 2 dominant dudes that can just dominate in the middle. So it's like you can change the game. Miles Turner is not changing the game. He's not changing the game. I'm telling y'all. Miles Turner will come on this team and be like the 5th best player on our team, you guys. Okay. There's a reason Indiana isn't playing him. They don't have Sabonis anymore. He can dominate now and drop 30 and 10. He can do Christian Wood's numbers since it's a bad team with nobody on there, and he's just a guy that can play. Why isn't he doing that? Come on, man. Stop.
And of course, the thing freezes. Did it freeze on your end?
No, I got it. Johnny B said Doe is making 15, so y'all telling me JB is worth double what Doe is making? No, I'm telling you Doe is worth more than 15 mil. That we got him at a value. Luckily, he didn't hit free agency this year. He'd be probably at 25. That's what I'm telling you, JB.
That and JB can do some of the things that Doe can't do.
Yeah.
Is JB a better defender than Doe? No, but he can defend.
He's not a bad defender.
He's not definitely not a bad defender.
He's not a bad defender.
But can Dodo ball handle and also facilitate like JB?
Nope.
So there you go.
We love Dodo because of Dodo's role. Dodo is an incredible role player. You asking JB to be a star player. JB isn't a role player. If JB just had a role, then we'd be fine with what JB does. I have no problem. JB role is perfect for a role player. His numbers are amazing. We talking about hold on, Ralph, before you keep going. We talking about JB numbers being comparable to Tony Parker. We just literally just talked about that. And they say he's not worth $30 million. You telling me Tony Parker wasn't worth $30 million?
Yeah, you put no Tony Parker numbers.
Okay.
The thing is, Tony Parker had a big.
Exactly. Behind him, which he's about to have now. Which now JB is about to have now, which is about to make his game even better. Yep.
Okay, my bad. Johnny says, tell Josh I'll be outside in the car waiting for him so I can drop him. So I can drop him off in Indianapolis. Pal can come too.
Johnny, now Johnny, you talking about low risk again. This is where you're saying that Jay Kidd would have to be a great coach and all, which I believe he is. Now, if you saying we're gonna get rid of Powell and Josh Green for Miles Turner, then you bring Miles Turner in. So you got me there. That's because you're getting rid of guys that aren't really helping the team for a guy that possibly can help the team. So I'm with you on that one, Johnny B. I'm driving with you. Let's go. Pick me up.
I got no gas money, Johnny. I'm saying that right now.
Gas expensive, man.
Gas expensive, man. You want to take care of that one, Reggie says Nico be cheating. I'm with you guys. I give up trying to figure out how he's doing this. So can't wait to see what he does next. Yeah, man. Nico just keeps surprising us every time we look up, man. I'm just like, bruh. I'm stop trying to figure it out, like you said, bro. I'm stop trying to figure it out, man. I don't know. Like, why didn't Donnie do all this stuff? That's what I be trying to figure out, bro.
You tell me.
Boy, Donnie be giving up 85 picks for a guy like that in the second round. Let's see. Did he go through? He didn't go through, did he?
Melissa. No, we had next. Harold.
Johnny B.
Johnny B. Yep, Johnny again. My bad.
He said, I told Nico would finesse his way in the draft, but to finesse into the draft and finesse the steal of the draft. He said, I need it. Hey, Johnny, you got that for me. I said that. What did I say that? I did say I need a Nico jersey. I did say that.
You both did, but we all need a Nico jersey. You know what? We might have to make a Nico shirt or jersey and so for the We Talk Mavs Glow Gang. Wink, wink, you guys.
Hey, we definitely coming up with merch. It's gonna probably be one of them for sure. In Nico We Trust jersey or something. What the Let's Do jerseys? Harold says, get rid of Powell and Josh Green and get another wing. Or big.
Yeah. I mean, I think they starting to get too many wings, if that makes sense. Like so we need wings. We would like another wing that's a lockdown type of defender type dude. But if you already getting these type of wings, these other guys that can potentially, you don't want to put too much into that position when we have basically no backup for Christian Wood right now.
Which is why I say they need to go ahead and they need to get like a wing 4.
Yeah, somebody
that play a little bit of a 3. Yeah. Yep. That if you play small ball, you can slide them to the 5.
I need somebody who can play 5, but I want somebody to get rebounds though.
Yeah. How you doing, Melissa? She says, it's not just about the money regarding JB, but it has been Mad fans who expressed to me on Twitter the last appreciation for at least appreciation. Sorry for JB. So even after first round playoffs this year, some wanted him pretty much him traded earlier. Yeah, and that's what we were talking about, Melissa.
Bro, just thinking is everybody else. Their stock on JB stock is going up on everybody else's radar. And the Mavs now again
going down.
Like with Luka and all that stuff. Like when we talked about his stock is going down with the Mavs fans. Like I feel like that's kind of like that greedy type of other fans that we talk about we don't like.
It sounds like a sense of entitlement, bro. That's what it sounds like. What are we entitled for?
It's like he's showing his worth. He came on TV. He gave you our national TV worth. He held it down. Like we beat the Utah Jazz. Luka missed 3 games, you guys. I don't care what you say. He missed playoff games. Luka missed 3 playoff games. That's almost half a series. JB held it down for us, and y'all now talking about get rid of this guy. The reason we got to the West, like bro said, if we didn't have JB, we're not in the Western Conference Finals. We're not out of the first round.
Yeah. Remember, Luka missed 3 games. So we're not even
missed half the season. Half the series. I'm sorry. Yes.
Well, welcome to Mad Fandom, Melissa. This is what we do. AJ says we trade Josh Green to White Powell, Frank, and a second for Miles Turner and get Dragic off the bench. We replace Powell for Turner and Dragic for Frank. We are stacked, 0 holes.
That's if he buys in. If they all buy in, see the thing is, I tell you, Ro, you said Miles Turner don't want to buy in as far as being a backup.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a chance he might. And the reason why is because one, his ties with Dallas. Like I feel like he wants to play here. So just being here, he already feels like the Indiana situation is done. Like just because you're a backup doesn't mean your career is over. Like you can't get another nice contract. Like Miles Turner could be an awesome backup center for us and do big time stuff and go get another contract somewhere or whatever. But I think if he buys in and we're just trying to stack the deck to go, like if it's a championship, like he's like, I'm here to get a championship. These guys are close. Why not? Like if he really wants to do that and saying I'm leaving this situation to go win a championship and then go from there and continue my career, why not? Like it's about him buying into it. If I would absolutely, like I'm saying, if you telling me Miles Turner's our backup center, sign me on
Oh yeah.
today, and I have nothing else to say. Like I'm done. We don't have to. I'm waiting for the season. We don't even got to talk, Lil Gang, no more. You guys can talk, and then we can worry about the season when it comes. That's how I feel. But it's a question of if he'll come and be a backup center.
Yeah, be backup. I'm down. I'm definitely down to be a backup. And just like if Kyrie take the $6 million, I'll be down.
Exactly.
Hurl says, what about getting Whiteside for a backup center? I'm good on Whiteside. Shout out to Thomas.
I'll take him, Earl. I'll take him though. He's a backup center. I mean, he might not fit too much, but he's the backup guy. I'll take him.
School says about the mid-level for Bobby Porter. I think Bobby Porter's staying. I think, a lot of times, guys, when you see these guys opting out, they're not opting out to leave. They're opting out to get a longer contract with the team that they're already on. And I think there's rumors already, news going out that he might be staying for a longer contract. That's why he opted out. Because a lot of those guys have those 1-and-1s. And so once that year is over, you opt out of that contract to get a bigger contract.
Yeah, I'd actually like more of a PJ Tucker type player than a Bobby Portis. But PJ Tucker is like 37, so his next contract going to basically be until he's 40. So that's why he's opting out, and I don't want to pay him until he's 40. It's like the older guys with like Kemba Walker and all. That's why I didn't want those guys, because I knew their age was coming up on them, and age hits you hard. Like it does in sports, professional sports especially. But
Chris Paul, anyone?
Exactly, 37, and you see what happened. But yeah, as far as like Bobby Portis, you guys are worrying about. I think you guys are worrying too much about the offense. Like I don't think you guys are worried too much about offense. There's no worry. Like we don't have a problem with offense on this team anymore. I don't think at all. I think we're going to be fine with offense. I think it's now we need defensive guys and rebounders and dogs, guys that can go and not let Kevon Looney outdo them. I seen Kevon Looney outplay this team. I want guys that will not let Kevon Looney outplay us.
Dogs.
Yep.
K-Dub says we still need defense, defensive wings. Yeah, defense. That's what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. It froze on you?
Nah, I'm on it's Johnny B.
Johnny B says this last season at the deadline and off season, THJ or Powell plus Green for Buddy. We need that sniper with Luka. He'd have a career year next to Luka. He admit he wants to play with him. I'm good on Buddy Hield, man. If you talking about Tim Hardaway being streaky, yeah, that's what Buddy Hield is.
Yeah.
So I'm good, man. We don't like King just said too. We don't need any more scores, y'all. We just named 5 guys on this team that could drop 20 on your head and they sleep. So we need more. We need like who was it said? We need more defense right now.
Yeah.
If we have to get 2-way guys.
Reggie made me forget about Seth Curry. Like Reggie made me forget about him because he actually played his role. So
he can shoot like him and play defense.
He's not as good as a ball handler as him, but he can shoot like him, and he plays way better defense than him. So it actually made me like beforehand. I would have wanted like a Seth Curry, Buddy Hield type player. Yes, coming into this season. But once we got Reggie, he helped us out on that. We're going to get Tim Hardaway Jr. back. Like we don't need Buddy Hield because we're getting Tim Hardaway Jr. back off the bench. So I don't think offense is the problem. Like we talked about it. We're going to have 5 guys on this team that can drop 30. We don't need offense. Like we need defense. We need rebounding and defense. And we had an off-season offense last year. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
K-Dub said defensive wing and what defensive wing and defensive big cheap that can get for Bertans, Powell, THJ, Green, and Frank and Green. We don't know. It might have to ask Nico that.
Yeah.
That's Nico. Nico might mess around.
I'm still looking for Rashawn Holmes.
I am too. Man, what if we can get listen, we can get like Rashawn Holmes and Harrison Barnes in a trade. I think we done.
We don't need HB. I told you, you already know how I feel about that. About the
the
guys coming back. We don't need
that type of player though. Like he'd be like that perfect, like I was talking about with the 6'8", 6'9" kind of range. He can guard 4s. He definitely would spell Dodo defensive minutes, bro. Definitely would.
He would.
AJ says, I think we keep THJ for some scoring, but we'll probably end up trading Bertans at the trade deadline if somebody needs him. I don't think a Bertans trade was coming this offseason. I mean, like I said, we didn't think a whole lot of things were going to happen. Let's just wait and see.
Yeah.
Free agency starts, I believe, next weekend, right?
It's right after the holiday, right? In like the 7th or something like that. Am I right? Wrong?
I thought it was like the first. I thought it was the first.
Maybe it is. Maybe it's right. Might be right before. Yeah. Because the bombshell happened with Kawhi Leonard on July 4th, right? With Kawhi Leonard before when he did.
Yeah, because he held out for a few days. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it might be the first. So yeah, we're about a week away. Let's see. Teflon, what's good, man? He said, I'm willing to trade Powell for a 2-liter Sprite and actually think the Sprite will out rebound him, man. They average about the same amount of rebounds, Teflon. You're right. It's about the same amount of rebounds. I think they got more calories than Powell rebounds. Oh, let me answer VIP, man. It's been a while. VIP, what's good, man? I ain't seen you in so long, man. Said trade DP, Bertans, TSJ, Josh Green, and Frank Ntilikina. Yeah, those seem to be the names everybody throwing out right now. Charlie, what's good, man? He says Nico is outdoing himself with these trades. Eyes on him, one-upping himself again and pulling off a crazy trade. Listen, I told y'all beginning of the video, I really think Nico finna do another one. Not like a super extravagant trade, but it's gonna be like one of trade. Like, bro, you traded that for, you traded this pin right here for, prime Hakeem Olajuwon. What? Like, how you doing this, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, bro, yeah, no, I really do think he's gonna do another trade, man.
I'm telling you, I wouldn't be surprised if we get Kyrie.
Man, like I said, we're gonna find out here in the next week or so.
I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not saying we're going to get him. I'm just saying, like, if Kyrie does decide to go that path we talking about as far as the 1 year try it,
yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if he come to Dallas to try it. Like, why not?
I was gonna say something too about that because all those teams he had on the list, like who has more upside out of all those teams?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Harold says Luka, JB, Dodo, Reggie, and Wood off the bench. Dinwiddie, we got Dinwiddie, backup wing, THJ, Maxey, and Jaden Hardy. I like that. That. That's pretty solid. I still need another big in there.
Still need a big then, yeah. Maxey, I'm telling y'all, Maxey's a 4. That's the issue. Maxey's a 4. If Maxey can play more 4, he wouldn't get hurt as much and all that. Like, Maxey's a 4. He came in the league as a 4 and all that. He's supposed to be a 4. And so we need to get him.
But his style is what they want to look for in a 5, though. His style.
Yes.
But we've said he'd be more he would do more as a wing, though.
Yeah, he's not rolling
be a big
as
wing at 4. Yeah.
His roll game has changed. He used to roll when Maxey years ago used to roll a lot. That's when Maxey was an awesome 5 type dude. But the banging,
I think Andrew's catching up.
Yeah, catching with his body exactly. So I think he's more natural now. They want to play the 4 and just play the defense.
I agree, bro. Charlie says I have to be honest. I'm actually scared of JB leaving now because the Knicks have cleared up a lot of space and have 2 to 3 more contracts they can move. They could end up offering him $30 million. Yeah, whatever they offering though, Charlie, we can offer 1 more year and more money. Yeah. We have his bird right, so we can offer him more no matter what they offer. They can offer him $1 gajillion. We can offer him $1 gajillion and 1.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Charlie, we're not guys. We're not gonna lose JB for nothing. That's foolish. Like, y'all don't understand how foolish that would be if JB just walks out the door when we can give him the most money. If it's about money, then how do you lose him for money if you can give him the most money? Like, you can't. He has to be signed, and then if he's traded away. That's fine. But we're going to get something for JB.
I think we're getting JB. Like I said, we can offer him more money in the years, and that's why I was telling the guys on Twitter last night when we was having that conversation. I'm like, we can offer him an extra year and more money, regardless of what. Like I said, they can offer him in infinity dollars. We can offer him infinity in 1. So either way it goes, we can match whatever they offer. That's why I said he's not going nowhere.
Yeah, he's gonna get.
Yeah, he. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say you can get a little bit over 130. I think 5 years over, like a little bit over 130.
Like what, like 131, 132?
Yeah, towards 135, 133, something like that. 133.
Mouse says, "Real computer about to have him dropping KPs." Yeah, man.
Yup, you
Start
just said it
cussing
again.
up in here.
You just did it
No, I
again.
read it out though. I
I know
can't read
he
it out.
got
I
you.
can't.
He got you. He got you. You did it. That's 2.
Oh man, Johnny B said I got that Obamacare computer.
Get him, Johnny.
Oh man, I like that one, bro. Oh man, Lyle says, "Don't you dare, King?" He said, "I don't f with them TMZ dudes." He says, "The Kyrie thing saw that by accident." Yeah. Hey, it wasn't an accident, Lies. Everybody saw that, man.
Yeah, we
Like I
saw
said,
it.
I turned on Twitter, man. It had it all on everybody's mentions and stuff, man. So yeah. K-Dub says, "Are you guys worried if Luka doesn't qualify for the World Cup and if he goes to Euro basketball final and loses? Are you scared that will be the depressing anger that he disappointed his country and his family?" No. I mean, I know he'll probably be disappointed. I don't think it'll be to the point it's going to like hurt his. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't think this one's going to hurt as much, but I think he's going to win him.
I think so.
That's just my opinion. I think he's going. Yeah, it might happen. He may. I don't think this isn't the same level as the Olympics, and I think he's won Euro basketball before. So yeah, I don't think this one will be, but I think he's going to win him. Okay, that's my thing, Christian. I think he's going to win him.
Starts tomorrow, man.
Yep.
Michael says, "Why aren't people looking at the New York State tax bill? A $40 million contract in New York is equivalent to $25 million contract in Texas." Yeah, that is true. You're not gonna get all your monies if you go to New York.
But Micah, there's big opportunities in New York too, as far as endorsements and off the court contracts. That's why people like going to like New York and LA.
Charlie also says, in my opinion, all the talk about not being able to trust Kyrie and you can pay him because he don't play is dumb AF. He didn't play last season because of things out of his control. Meanwhile, Kawhi out for 18. It actually was in his control, but it just depends on what way you go with that. But yeah, and it's not just last year, man. There's a lot of other stuff that leads up to last year. That's why people are saying that. It's not just that 1 year. Kyrie's has had an issue, man, since he's left Cleveland. So
yeah,
that's the thing, Charlie. It's not just last year. Yeah, last year was just the cherry on top of whatever anything else he's been doing. So,
Charlie, I don't really blame Kyrie for his Brooklyn tenure, other than the coaching decision that they made with Steve Nash. As far as doing that, I didn't like his demeanor on that. But I hold him more accountable. Like I said, he had a perfect situation with LeBron James where he would have been given the keys and been playing for championships the rest of his career. And then he messed up Boston as well. That's what I really hold him accountable for. And I'm saying that's his track record. So that's why I hold that against Kyrie. And I'm just saying I don't think he's a bad dude either. I think, like I said, I want him. But you still got to weigh both sides of the coin. So.
Okay, they also said I think JB will be the same. He nearly 26. He just played more to get a big bag. Played more to get a big bag, and he will be the same or worse probably.
All right.
As he will have the money now. But I don't agree with that, K-Dub. And I want you to save that take during the season too.
Mm-hmm.
He has not shown, like I said before, from high school to now, he's always shown that he's gotten better as time goes on. I don't think he's gonna all of a sudden like, oh, now I got the bag, I'm not gonna work anymore. Yeah. He has a chip on his shoulder because he's people like what you're saying that he can't do this and he can't do that. And he said that in the podcast with Duncan Robinson. People kind of saying he can't do this or he can't do that. So he's constantly going out there working his ass off to try to prove to people that he is capable of it. And go ahead.
No, go ahead, bro. Finish your thing. I thought you were done.
No, I was gonna say, and the reason it wasn't because he was getting the bag this year. He talked about it too. The reason why his game elevated because opportunity. He was not getting the same opportunity with Rick Carlisle that he did with Jason Kidd. And Jason Kidd and the development team helping him to take that next step. And so, like I said, with the trust, the opportunity, his development with Jason Kidd and them, not having Rick Carlisle anymore. So a lot of that had to do with why he took that next step, not because he was getting the bag. JB's gonna get paid regardless.
Yeah. I mean, the Mavericks could have signed him for $55 million. He didn't turn that down. They did. They didn't want to give him the contract.
Yeah.
So
which is why I was telling you that before. They said they took it off the table.
Yeah, like that's not. I don't see that with JB. And plus, remember last year, if this show would have been last year, and we didn't have the hindsight of this year, it'd have been after the Clippers series, and you guys would have been like, "Man, JB, what does he do? He's done and all." He took that as motivation as well. He said that he took this year before the season even started. He said last year against the Clippers was embarrassing to him, and he learned so much from that. And he just want to come out and show that he can do better than that, because that second year against the Clippers was his first playoffs, because he missed the bubble one with the shoulder injury that he couldn't play in. So you guys give up. I feel like you give up too quick. Like you're letting it go, and he just keeps getting better. And it's like it's not going in. You have Luka Doncic. Yes, we have Luka. But if this was Dirk, we wouldn't be crying. Dirk took time to develop. Like everybody isn't Luka Doncic.
Oh yeah, I bet they were crying on him too.
Yeah, I know. They were crying back then as far as Dirk making this saying, "Oh no, let's get rid of Dirk." I remember all those days as far as
and
Dirk.
Now he won the craziest of all time.
Yep, that you couldn't play with him, and he was just a shooter. He was soft. Need a guy that can bang and all that stuff. And now he's changed the game. The game is that game now. Now everybody plays that way. So it's you can't, man. You got to let a guy like that keep playing. He's shown nothing off the court, nothing on the court. Like he's been nothing but a professional and a great player that actually cares about his job and does the hard work. So no, you pay guys like that. That's why Dodo got paid. It was the Mavs' fault. The Mavs' fault. The reason they got to pay all this money is because of the Mavs. Their fault.
Yep. Hey, not Nico's fault, because that was under Donnie's watch.
No. That was Donnie's, yes.
La says, do you have enough for another big and a 3D wing? Because offensively, we great, but it worries me a bit. On the defensive end, we run a system, but it would be nice to have more defensive-minded players. Yeah. Like we said, you still got that $6 million. You still got some tradable contracts. Let's just see what Nico does, y'all. We can't write anything off with Nico anymore. I think he's proven that enough already. It's like, man, we ain't gonna be able to do this. We ain't gonna be able to do that. And then bam, say, oh, how do you do that?
I mean,
so he just got Christian Wood for a bag of chips in the top of a soda bottle. You know what I'm saying? So
if we stayed the same level defensively that we did last year, would you be happy?
Yeah, with the pieces we got, yeah.
So
because you got better offensively, stay the same defensively.
That's what I'm saying. You like the issue really in the playoffs. I don't think the defense was an issue. It was the rebounding.
Yeah,
the rebounding caused a bunch of second opportunities.
Yep,
that's what the issue was. It's us not being able to grab boards. I think you guys are thinking too much on the defensive end. Like Steph Curry didn't kill us. Devin Booker didn't kill us. Donovan Mitchell didn't kill us. None of those guys did that. The issue was the rebounding. We got away with it the first two series, and in the third series, they had too many guys where if they got too many second chance opportunities, there's too many guys that can knock down shots. That was the issue. The issue is rebounding. We need rebounders. You guys are trying to change the team up. We had a top 10 defense last year. Like you guys forgot that quick. We were 6th or 7th in the league at the end of the year. We should do nothing but get better there. We touch nothing. That means the pillars of defense are Reggie Bullock and Dorian Finney-Smith. They're still there. They're still going to start. They're still there. I think that all is going to be fine. You got a guy that can rebound and get you 10 rebounds a game. Luka Doncic is back now. As far as getting you 10 rebounds close to the other game, whatever he needs to do, you get a backup center that can get you like 7 rebounds a game. Get a backup center that gets you 7 rebounds a game or so like that, and you're fine. This team is perfectly fine.
Get you a backup center that out rebounds Kevon Looney.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
Michael says Marcus Bingham tape hits when he said, and we got him as an undrafted free agent. Yeah. I don't know a lot about him, but yeah, that's what we got. They signed him to a Exhibit 10 contract, so we still don't have our official two-way contract guys yet. I think Nico and them are waiting until the summer league is over, or in the period of summer league to probably make that decision. We got summer league roster guys, and he's our one Exhibit 10 guy, so we're gonna have to wait and see what our actual two-way guys are gonna be. Johnny says I watched after the game 6 versus Golden State. JB have the whole team sign his jersey that looked like a printed gift to me.
I think. I mean, I think JB knew that it's his contract here, just like we know, and that the Mavs may lowball him. Like, not saying they would, but it's still a business. Like, you gotta protect yourself. So he's looking out just in case the money didn't work and the Mavs didn't want to do it and they went a different way and traded him or so. He still wanted to have a piece of this special playoff run he felt like he had. So I don't think I want to go that far as into it, but I think we're fine.
Remember, y'all, we can always offer more money and we can offer more years. So that's why I'm not worried. I'm not losing no sleep on it. Logan, what's good? He says, I'm not really, it's not really a question, but was kind of shocked that Nikola and EJ went that low. Thought they both would be top 20. I still think the Mavs will continue to get better. Excuse me, yeah. Did Nikola fall in the second round?
No, he first round. He was Miami, 27th, right?
27th. Okay,
no,
yeah, you're right.
No, he was higher than that. He's 25th or so. I think he was right above where the Mavericks would have been drafting, right? Or was he right behind?
24th,
right
I think.
Yeah, I think he was right above.
I think it was 2 picks ahead of us. Yeah. And EJ, yeah. I was hearing about. I was surprised with EJ too. I thought EJ would have been late first too. Like, yeah, you're right, Logan. That just showed you how deep the draft was, man. Like, for us to get Hardy at 37, it's kind of remind me, King, of another guy we got around the 30th pick, 30 plus pick.
Yeah,
the guy been talking about in this show so far.
But that guy
Hardy, be another Jalen Brunson.
That guy Hardy though, 2 years ago, was the number 1 prospect in the world.
Yeah,
2 years ago, you guys, was in high school, last year of high school. I'm sorry, no, 3 years ago. His last year of high school got screwed up by COVID, so they started not recognizing him. But as a junior in high school, he was the number 1 prospect. Missed the senior year because of COVID, and then went to the G League and put up 20 points a game. And I told you his stock went down because I feel like the G League and him not missing the senior year and all. But I think we got one, guys. Like, this was a steal. Everybody's talking about it for a reason. Nico's a baller. Nico said he's watched this guy since high school, which means it's before he was a general
like
manager.
Nike ties, King. Sounds like Nike ties.
Nico said on his interview that he was watching Hardy since high school or whatever. So he said he's seen him play in high school. He saw him play now or whatever in the G League. So he said he wanted the guy. He didn't think he would fall that low, and when he did, he said he had to trade to get him. So that's the guy he wanted, and I think he's going to be fine.
VIP said this right here. He said, "I'm right, King. I don't know what I'm right about, but I'm right, King. I told you."
You're right about saying that guy's name. You're right.
On to the next one. Charlie says, and I'm not saying Kai doesn't play into it all or that he isn't at fault at all. It's just the fact that at this point that all things to do with Kai get blown up and out of proportion. That's a lot of self-infliction too, Charlie. I mean, when you don't talk to the media, you know what ended up happening? The media got to put their own spin on things. I gotta speculate myself because you're not giving me answers. When he says like, "Oh, I don't need to talk to the media," when everybody else in the league has to, it's stuff like that. You know how the media is, man. Like you gotta if you miss 2 weeks of basketball because of some kind of a personal what he missed it 2 weeks for?
Personal days he took off.
Yeah, took personal days off pretty much. Yeah. Like, people are gonna want to know like what's going on, like why'd you take those personal days, all that stuff. Like, you got to talk to the media, but then when you sit there, you do that, and then you don't talk to the media on top of that, then what are they supposed to do?
Yeah, but Stephen A. Smith does spew hate about Kyrie. I don't like the way he addresses Kyrie.
What?
It's a known thing.
No, Stephen A.
He attacks him.
Talking nonsense.
And he's the main face of the media, so that I understand, Charlie. That's what I'm saying. It is partially Kyrie's fault. It reminds me, I don't want to go too far on the advocacy, and I know Kyrie does do his philosophy. I mean, his philanthropy and all that type of work and all that. But like a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, this was like when Kareem was early. Kareem wouldn't talk to the media and all, and it became narratives made about him because he didn't want to talk and all, and that's the way it's self-inflicted. But at the same time, it does suck. The media makes narratives, but they need to make narratives because that's their money. That's how they get paid, and that's what they do. They got to make stories.
So it sucks, but it is some self-inflicted, like Rel said. But at the same time, I don't think it's as bad as most folks said, like you, Charlie.
Charge this because of so yeah, pretty much he's finishing that. Let's see. What time is it? Dang, we got almost 2 hours. School says better career, Liddell or Hardy.
I hope Hardy.
Probably Hardy. Because the league is predicated on ball handling.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yo, Hardy dropped into a winning team. Like Hardy is a piece that can do.
Where did EJ go? I forgot.
I don't even know where EJ dropped actually, but I don't think it was a winning team though, was it? Either way, the Mavericks are a winning team that need Hardy to do something. Hardy is a talent that dropped into a winning team. Usually when you get talents dropped into a winning culture and a winning team, they become great players or decent players, at least where you remember, like, man.
Jason Tatum.
Yep. Anybody. Kawhi Leonard's. You feel me? Like, just guys that go to teams where it's a culture and where you can develop. Giannis Antetokounmpo. It happens. Truthfully, Dirk fell.
Yeah, people still say he should have drafted over what's the name now. Wait, did I click that one? Oh man, I said told you Real was about to start dropping KPs. Yeah, man.
You did it again. He just got you again. They keep getting
They
keep getting you. Y'all, I love y'all. I love y'all, Glow Gang. Y'all just keep getting this man. He just keeps reading them out loud, just with ease.
Hey man, no, hey y'all, I got me cussing on here, man. That's how mad I am. I got me cussing. I said I wasn't gonna say. You got me on that one. RC says, how can you say he would be on his best behavior when that's not his track record? That's not his mental state. Kyrie does what he wants. He always has. Dallas can't waste a spot on a player like that.
It's a difference. I'll answer first, Rob. It's a difference when you guarantee $35 million.
Yeah.
And when you not. When you sitting playing them for $6 million, and you saying next year might not exist, I might not even play because I don't have a team guaranteeing to play me next year or pay me. That's why I'm saying at RC, it's a different level.
If you, like I said, like he just said, you go from 35 to 6, you straighten up real fast, man, because you want to get that next contract. You want to get back up to them 35s and 36s and all that stuff. And you're not going to do that, man, if you keep doing this. Because like we said, there's already reports that GMs don't want to touch Kyrie, which is why he doesn't have any leverage right now. Yeah. And so if he wants to, like King said, if you want to continue to make that kind of money, you got to come in with a different mind frame, man. And just imagine, for example, just throwing this out here, what if he does come to Dallas and he does what you just said? What's the chance of anybody picking him up after that?
Yeah.
So,
and Dallas, like you said, Dallas can drop him. Like he's kind of the thing is that he's kind of in that Christian Wood situation, like we're saying. Like Christian Wood is playing, I think he's going to play the best basketball of his career because he wants to get another contract somewhere, like a major contract. So he would be on that same Christian Wood type play as far as I'm on my best behavior. I'm going to show you the best I can be because I think other guys will give me a big contract.
Exactly. Christian says, what about Evan Fournier and 4 first-round picks for JB? We are overpaying for him. He's not worth $30 million and more, and you saying we're going to give him 5 for $150. Man, first of all, I don't want Evan Fournier. Second, like I said, Christian, the Knicks have the cap space. They have the cap space. JB is an unrestricted, which means he can do whatever the heck he wants. He can leave Dallas without giving them anything. He's unrestricted, not restricted, unrestricted. So if you have the team that has the cap space to sign you straight up, and this guy's unrestricted, why do I need Dallas?
Yeah.
Why am I giving up more assets for a guy I could just bring in right now without any issues?
Yep.
That doesn't make any sense. And why would they give 4 first-round picks? Matter of fact, the guy that King compared him to, Drew Holiday, they didn't give 4 first-round picks for him when he went to Milwaukee. Nope. So, that's not going to happen. Like I said, New York is not going to give up that when they have the cap space to just bring him on in there and absorb him into their contract. So, into their cap space. So
they made they made that mistake before with Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, I don't think they're doing that again. Could have waited that 1 year. That's a matter of fact, half a year.
Yep, half a year.
Could have just waited. And somebody, man, I was watching a podcast. They brought that up one time too. Oh, it was Kenyon Martin. He brought that up on the Knucklehead podcast. He said that so he just had just waited. They would have had a squad. New York would have been good. RC says I want to smoke what Johnny B smoking. My man on that cast. I'm not letting JB go. Yeah, man. Like I said, y'all. It's easier to say just let him go. Then what do you have him to replace him?
Yeah.
Johnny B said JB wouldn't leave Dallas high and dry. I'm sure if he goes and walks, he'll make sure Dallas gets something valuable before he goes. So he does leave and sign a trade. What happened? But the thing is, New York can just say no. Why would they do a sign and trade when he have the money to give him straight up? I'm not giving you anything if I can just get this guy straight up. It makes no sense.
Yeah, Johnny.
Like
JB just can't. Like he doesn't control New York.
Exactly.
So he can't just like say, well, New York give them something for me. And plus, why would you want it if you plan on playing for New York? Why would you want them to get worse?
Like, why are you giving up assets to get you when we just absorb you into the cap? That makes no sense.
I want better players around me. Why I make my $30 million?
It sounds good, but if that was the case, then why is New York trying to free up cap space?
Yeah,
you don't free up cap space to give away stuff in a trade, in a signing trade. That's not why you do that. You free up cap space to bring that person into your cap. That's how that works. So yeah, it sounds good to do a signing trade, but that's not the reality of it. It's not going to happen. Like I said, he can just walk over there for free without any type of hinges or anything, bro. That's just how it works.
I got a nice response for this one, bro. Please read it.
Okay.
They're waiting for this one.
There you go. Come on, man. You're doing so well. There you go. Logan says, King, understand why you love JB so much, but let's be honest. The only reason why the Mavs have been so successful is because of Luka's insane LeBron effect. It makes everyone around him better. Get him, King.
I agree. Absolutely. Luka makes everybody better. I 100% agree with you, Logan. I also agree that Luka has a LeBron effect. But we're going to use that comparison, then I'm going to use your comparison completely then. LeBron James' effect would be that he would miss 3 first-round games then. And he'd probably been playing the Washington Wizards while that was happening. You tell me Mo Williams, Boobie Gibson, what's his name? The guy they traded for that was supposed to be the next
Larry Hughes.
Larry Hughes, yep, Larry Hughes.
Actually, no, it wasn't Larry Hughes. Larry Hughes was on Washington around that time.
Yep, he still was on Washington. I think the first time he was on it, the first year, then they traded and got him maybe. But which one of those guys was going to keep you 2-1 while LeBron was sitting for 3 games? You tell me.
Gibson.
Boobie Gibson would have did that. Which one of those guys? Since it's just the LeBron James effect. And also, I remember, like I told you guys in another video before, JB got his career high, not just playoff high, not regular season high, his career high in that series right there against Utah, and we needed him to do that. So I'm just wondering which one of those guys going to drop 41 or 50 or whatever on Washington and beat, Gilbert.
No, King, I go up on you on that one. Which one of those guys going to do that with LeBron in the game?
But it's just the Luka effect. I mean, JB was getting 30 with Luka as well. So
30 without him, 30 with him. So
got 40 without him, 30 with him. So yeah. It ain't all just Luka. I love Luka, but JB nice too.
Go ahead and answer this one too. He said, personally, I believe JB is kind of overhyped. Everyone knows it. No, everyone don't know it.
No, they don't.
Not saying he isn't a good player. He said, but he's riding on Luka's success. If the Mavs could trade for better, they won't hesitate. If that's the case, then why are we hearing their names attached to anybody getting traded? We don't hear them attached to Levine. We don't hear them attached to DeAndre Ayton. We just heard Kyrie wants to come there, but I don't hear anybody in the front office for the Mavericks trying to get him. Their main focus is JB.
Why they got Jalen Brunson on podcasts and all? As far as like with players, real recognize real. I told you I pay attention to players and all you guys. Why JB on podcasts now and all I'm talking about how we respect your game and all? No, they know what JB is. Y'all, the Mavericks fans just don't know. Like, what? Melissa, we appreciate you. Where are you?
Oh yeah, if y'all don't want him, Melissa definitely want him.
Yep.
And it's definitely team lining up that they want him. It ain't because he trash or because he overrated.
Nope.
They see. But like I said, the same fan base said trade Luka. AJ says, I know the Turner could claw the paint, but Christian and Kleber can both play on the 3-point line while Turner is in. And when Wood and Kleber play together, Wood can be in the paint.
What happens? What happens? Who finishes the game? That's my question to you, AJ. So you gonna want your best players to finish the game, and I would think Miles Turner and Christian Wood gonna want to finish it together. So you telling me you get rid of one of Christian Wood's? Like Christian Wood is like one of the 5 best pick and roll players in the league. Let's not even talk about the shooting. Let's talk about rolling to the rim. Christian Wood is one of the 5 best pick and roll players in the league. So you saying in crunch time minutes, when you want your offense to be the best offense it can be, you're telling Christian Wood he can't do one of his best skills. That's just my opinion. That's why I'm so hesitant on it.
He said, by the way, I like JB just not as much as others. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, Johnny, go ahead and get him, King.
What'd he say?
He said JB is not as good as Holiday or CJ is. A wide gap. Okay. Between them, so those are good comparisons. If we had another one of those guys, we don't lose to Golden State in 5 games.
You be losing 4.
You had, yeah. So you, Milwaukee got Drew Holiday, and he didn't make it out the second round. Do I need to say anything about CJ? Let's just CJ.
Bruh.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Bro, hold on.
But go ahead.
The CJ McCollum, okay, you can talk. I'm not even gonna talk about that because CJ, all right, whatever. You telling me Drew Holiday? You're telling me that Drew Holiday on this team without Luka for the first 3 games, you would expect it to be up 2-1 on Utah. Y'all wilding. Yeah, Johnny, I need what you are, man. You hit me up. Hit me with my other profile. I need to talk to you.
You think he gonna drop 41?
Yeah, you wilding, man. Like, see, and then you talking about like hindsight, like CJ and Drew Holiday. Like, we're talking about the first contract. We're talking about Drew Holiday when he was remember when Drew Holiday first started, they didn't think he was that guy. He was the guy that was going like, oh, Drew Holiday, like, come on. This is JB's first contract you're talking about. You saying he won't be as good as a Drew. He's close enough to him right now, if not better than him.
Mount says, y'all were stretching to justify 25 to 28 just a couple weeks ago. So now you're talking like it's crazy. Like it's crazy that we ain't all on 30, 35. I mean, look, the thing is, no, it's not that, man. It's the fact that if you let him go,
you have to.
What are you getting? What are you getting in return? Yeah, look. Okay, Kyrie aside, I'm going to try to take the whole Kyrie thing out. Take the whole Kyrie thing out your head. Because people weren't talking about Kyrie until what y'all heard yesterday. So now all of a sudden it's, just trade KP and get Kyrie. And I'm not mad about this because it's people don't understand how cap situations and how contracts and all that stuff work. Understand, not everybody understands the ins and outs of that. The thing is, we are already over the luxury tax. So if you get rid of K, I said K.
Mm-hmm.
I said K. If you get rid of JB, you're not getting anything in return, y'all. You're not getting anything in return. There's no signing trades because if he goes to New York, there's no signing trade. They can just absorb him. So you can't just say, just trade him to the Nets. He has to want to go to the Nets for you to make that trade. And I ain't hear anything about JB going to the Nets. Have you been hearing that, King?
Nope.
Okay, then. So all these pipe dreams that y'all have, just get rid of him and get Kyrie, that's cool to say. That's cool on 2K. That's cool on NBA Live. That's cool on NBA Jams. Whatever y'all want to play, that's cool. But the reality is, if you lose JB this year and don't get anything in return, it's going to hurt your team. Whether y'all believe it or not, it's going to hurt your team.
I'm gonna use y'all comments from earlier in the show against y'all. I love this. This is barbershop talking. We love y'all, Glow Gang. Trust me. We just talked about Andrew Wiggins in the voting process, and Andrew Wiggins was a starter in the All-Star game. Now, hindsight, people going to say, he deserved to be a starter and all based off of what he did for Golden State in the playoffs. And okay, whatever. But we all know Andrew Wiggins shouldn't have been a starter in the All-Star game. Are y'all really going to sit here and tell me that Andrew Wiggins made more of an impact on the Golden State Warriors than Jalen Brunson did for the Dallas Mavericks? And if you aren't telling me that, do you know how much Andrew Wiggins is making? That's it. I'm done.
Andrew Wiggins is their fifth option? No, I'm sorry, their fourth option, and he's making 30.
Let's
same guy y'all said that was not an All-Star this year. He's making 30.
Would you trade Jalen Brunson for Andrew Wiggins, and would you have started him in the Utah series and won 2 out of 3 games?
Nope.
All right, then that's what I'm talking about.
Because he wasn't looking good in that Memphis series.
Nope.
Nick says offer Brunson 4 for 80. If not, get Kyrie.
We're gonna get 5 Knicks. The offer is gonna be 5 years.
It's gonna be 5. Might be 4 and a 4 plus 1, but it ain't gonna be just 4 for 80. You gonna probably laugh you to the Knicks if you give him 4 for 80.
Absolutely. It's the
AJ
leverage.
says
it's just the leverage.
Yeah. AJ says thoughts on Bruce Brown on the Nets. We could sign him for $6 million that we have, and he could be a good backup for Dodo or Bullock. I agree. I would take Bruce Brown.
I think
I don't know if New York the Nets. I don't know if the Nets gonna give him up though, but I take Bruce Brown for sure.
Yeah,
he got dog in him too. We get some dogs in here, boy. It's gonna be a lot of barking, boy. Brola said 30 for a number 3 when we don't even have a number 2 yet. Come on, cuz.
All right, so
said, Reggie,
let the guy walk. Let the number 3 walk. Then you say we have a number 2 yet. Okay. Let the number 3 walk. Hey, guess what? In the playoff series where the Golden State Warriors got to the finals with 73 wins, right? They had paid their guy, what's his name? Klay Thompson, as we just talked about. His contract, he already had a contract, right? They decided they made it one series further than we did, the finals, and they lost to LeBron and them. And they decided we need a number 1, and Klay Thompson could be our number 3. We're paying him $30 million. Okay. You can give your third option $30 million. It's fine. He's not our 5th option. He's not our 4th, 5th, 6th. He's our 3rd option. That's $30 million. It's fine.
Now, this is what I was going to say. Let's say hypothetically he does leave. Now, what's going to end up happening is Luka's going to have more possessions in his hands.
Yep.
The same possession that y'all cried about all year long about him having.
Yep.
Which is going to burn him out going into the playoffs. He spells him minutes. He spells him ball handling responsibilities. You take that away, who else is going to do that? Spencer Dinwiddie?
They want Spencer to start.
Y'all trust Spencer Dinwiddie's ball handling ability and facilitating over JB's? The same guy that y'all were talking about, about a month ago getting rid of?
Y'all was saying he didn't show up in the playoffs.
Y'all said he wasn't showing up in the playoffs.
JB was better than Spencer Dinwiddie in the playoffs. And that's not to Spencer. I want Spencer. I think Spencer's a piece. But JB was better than Spencer Dinwiddie. Spencer Dinwiddie his body is not lined up to be the all-time starter for this team. Okay, just don't believe me, guys. Okay.
Let's see. Johnny says y'all playing with Donnie's name. It's not his fault. Cuban Rick, Vegas Bob didn't listen to him. Had they listened to him, we got Giannis with Luka right now. Or what's to say that we had got Giannis, we wouldn't have been able to get Luka.
Yeah, it would have just been different. Every clock is right 2 times a day, Johnny B. But it's just he did nothing else. Like the other stuff, it's too many opportunities. It felt like he can just do. Where were the small moves? Where were the small successes like we talking about right now where Nico just did this for nothing? Like, whoa, Nico, you able to get that? Like, I don't know. There are other trades like this.
He kept trying to swing for big fishes. And if he couldn't swing, he just completely just scoffed at, like he said, those small moves.
Yeah, there were
then when you start getting the OJ Mayos and stuff like that.
There were other moves to be made. Hey, man, I like OJ Mayo. But there were other trades to be made and all that you can make, and that every year, every season, we see trades. We're like, how did they get that? How did they get that? So it's like, well, where was Donnie's name, and how did we get that?
Exactly. All right, we over 2 hours, King. Let's try to run through these, bro. Mm-hmm. I don't know what happened here.
We're going to K-Dub, I think.
Yeah. He said trade start at trade start on the 30th or the 1st. Yeah, I think so. I believe it's the. You might be right, K-Dub. He said when is the deadline for the trades? I don't think it's a deadline.
No, not until
Excuse me.
February.
When it starts, that's the question. I don't think it's a deadline. The deadline is the trade deadline.
Yeah, it's February.
You can trade all the way up to the trade deadline. Like whenever the 30th starts or first, one of those, like you just said, and then whatever the trade deadline is going into the season.
It's a rule on trading people you signed, though, right? You got to wait half a year for that, though, right?
You gotta wait until I think like December 15th or something like that.
15th, okay.
Johnny said, "What about JaVale as a backup center? If all else fails, I'll take him. I guess.
Yeah, he's one of the guys I take as a backup.
He's cheaper too. I can get him for like $3 million.
Yeah,
and use the other $3 million for something else." RC said, "I kind of like Frank after what he did in the playoffs. He's a nice, sneaky defender for a tough guy. RC, you already know how I feel about Frank. I've been on him all year.
Would like to keep him, but if you need to trade him, he's not important enough.
Yeah.
Where you need to keep him.
Exactly. Low key, I think we could get Randall for TAJ and Jot. No,
It's Randall.
His value is super low. What do you guys think of that? Luka, JB, Doe, Randall Wood, French, Reggie off the bench. No, man. No.
Do y'all want to win a championship, or do y'all want to get worse? That's what I'm be thinking sometimes. Like, y'all want to win a championship?
Y'all be looking at names sometimes too.
Yeah, Julius Randle made an All-Star game, but bro, he's not a better fit for the team than Jalen Brunson. Absolutely not.
It's not. Yeah, New York trying to don't really want him no more, so that'll tell you something. And New York is desperate for anybody. Sorry, Melissa.
Shots.
AJ says, AJ, if Kyrie leaves, KD will want to leave. I want the Mavs to sign JB back, but if KD is available, that is the only trade that I'd be willing to make involving JB. I'll take JB, Green, what's the name? Tim, 2 first-round picks and more. I take KD. I definitely take KD.
Okay,
so I don't know about JB wouldn't be in the trade though, because he would would have just signed a contract. Here's
my piece with that. Oh God. JB wouldn't be included, so I wouldn't worry about that. I would take that move for KD if it didn't include JB. I don't know. I'm not like you guys, I guess. I look at age a lot. Like,
yeah, that's
I look at age a lot, and I'm like, you're about to. What's the goal?
You get KD, you better win right now.
Yeah, you're gonna win right now, but does that hurt us?
No, I say you better win right now.
Yeah, you better win right this second, because you have to win at least one, because you mortgaged your future. So you got to then make moves. Like you're gonna keep making moves, like major moves, because KD is about to get old and take up so much of your cap space. So, well, like a JB, I think his value is still going to be increasing a little bit more and more every year. We're waiting for KD's. I think KD's is already going down a little bit, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Based off it, like he's still a tremendous scorer, but he's not as good as a defender as he was back in Golden State. He doesn't move as much. Like, you can tell that stuff is slowing him down as well. And also, like, he don't shoot. KD doesn't shoot a bunch of threes. Do y'all know that? KD doesn't shoot like a bunch of threes at all. So he's going to be having the ball. He's just a more efficient street clothes guy. As far as I don't want to say more, just a more efficient. That's disrespect. But he's a way better efficient. As he's going to be in the post. They're going to post him up, and he's going to score in the post.
Definitely a lot scared of him posting up than.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's going to score in the post. Absolutely. I'm not worried about that. But it's just he's 30, be 34 going into the next season, and so like KD's about to hit his wall soon too.
Kind of showed it in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Nick said the Mavs dropped the ball, not giving JB $55 million offer, but they can't do a worse mistake by overpaying him a max for 80 is the most I see JB worth. You can say what he worth, but he's definitely not getting that. So, and obviously you saying what he worth, but every other team is not going to pay him that either. Other team want to pay him more than 4 years, $80 million. So,
bro, you think are you more scared, or maybe the Glow Gang as well? Are y'all more scared of JB getting 30 million than the other guy having 30 million? Like, that's what it sounds like I'm hearing. Like, are y'all worried more about JB getting 30 than the other guy having 30 street clothes when he was here? You saying he's not worth 30 million? Like, you don't. How do you guys know that? Like,
but like I said, you saying I will only pay him 4 for 80. You're the only one, because there's no other team that wants him right now. It either be Detroit, it be Indiana, it be New York. Those teams aren't going to offer him 4 for 80. So every other team is going to offer the type of money that y'all saying that y'all don't want to give him here. So what does that tell you? Obviously his value is higher than what y'all are picturing it.
People weren't going to pay that street clothes $30 million. Mark Cuban paid him.
Exactly.
People weren't ready to pay him that. There were no offers. That's why I say that's the foolish moves. That THJ, nobody was going to pay him, but New Orleans. That means that's a foolish move. His value. Why are you paying more than his value? You're saying Jalen Brunson's value around the league is about $25 to $30 million. The league knows more than we do. Like there are foolish people in the league, but the league in general knows more than all of us do. I'm sorry, Glow Gang. So I would think they know this guy has value.
They clearing cap space for this guy.
Yeah.
They want clearing cap space for THJ. They want clearing cap space for Porzingis. Charlie says, sure, Kai not talking to the media is a factor, but when has Kawhi talked to the media about why he missed 18 months instead of 8 for his injuries? It's mainly because Kawhi's personality doesn't get them views.
And Kawhi was Finals MVP on 2 teams. That get him a bunch of time.
Yep.
He felt in the right situations. He fell perfectly in the right situations. Kawhi's luck is a little better.
And he wasn't taken out for personal reasons either.
Yeah,
every event that happens, he wasn't taken out because the people got so that's why he was taken out.
All them, come on, man. Kawhi.
No, I didn't say he. No, I did not say he needed it. I didn't say it.
He gets more load management time than anybody else. That's taking games.
Yeah, I didn't say he wasn't taken off. I said load management. Kyrie was not taken off for load management. He was,
but load management in LA.
That's what I'm talking about.
He's just chilling in LA, man. He just
watching
the basketball game and usually he'll be up in like the box and all that stuff watching the basketball. He's watching a basketball game. So
I thought you were gonna say he's in the club.
Basically, the club box. You can say the same thing.
In LA, it is. I'm gonna say in LA, it's definitely a club. Ben, what's good, man? You seen him in a while.
Yeah, it's been
said my guys, the draft pick might be a steal of the draft. Brunson pool potential on him. He said Nico wanted him anyway and got Wood for nothing. Nico is definitely some kind of wizard.
Yeah. You
know the motto. You know the motto.
Trust. Keep rocking, bro. We had 2. I know you about to tell me something. We almost at 220.
Crap. Okay, RC says, I can see your guys' point on Kyrie. Glow Gang. Yes, sir. Appreciate it. He says, JB hate is real. Welcome to Mad Fandom, man. Yeah. It ain't just JB. This happens to a lot of our players, man. Like I said, they do the same thing to the Luka too. So it is what it is.
I'm lost.
He said, tell RC to come by and deliver some. Try to be wilder, man.
Johnny B, that dude. We gotta get Johnny B in the more here, man. I'm telling you.
Let's see. Melissa said, don't forget JB played 79 games out of 82 this regular season and still bailed the Mavs out. Luka's recovery during the playoffs. Yeah, Melissa.
I know y'all would love it. Y'all pay attention. See, they're paying attention to JB the way we pay attention to Christian Wood and all right now. Like they're all everything we're taking for granted. They're like, man, y'all know JB can do that. JB, he'll fit here. And we sitting here like, man, let that guy go. He shoot 50% from the field,
bro. I'm telling you, I told you, I be listening to other podcasts and stuff like those different teams and stuff, man. A lot of them need fans like, yo, bring him on over here. Like, get JB in here right now.
Man, yeah, they wild. That's why we toxic, y'all, on Twitter.
And of course, it freezes. We was almost there, man. Where'd it go? All right, we gotta wrap this up too, man. We got over 2 hours. K-Dub says, is it true though players look better when they actually are when playing with Luka? JB's good, but we can't talk about him like he a superstar like Luka or all NBA first team all-star because he never will be. We don't know that, K-Dub. Did anybody ever think that Fred VanVleet was gonna be an all-star? Did anybody ever think that Andrew Wiggins was gonna be an all-star after what we knew about him? So we don't know.
It was crazy that it's just been crazy, bro. Luka got all the minutes when JB got 41. Wow, man. How many minutes did he get? You remember he played like 48 that game, didn't he?
No, he played 72.
72 minutes that game. That's wild. So it's just because of the Luka effect. But what was Luka on the court at all?
Yes, he was there the whole time.
Wow, in 3 games. So the first 3 games against Utah, the first 2 at home, and that one in Utah, he was there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I think when he came back that 4th game, we lost that game, right?
No, we won that.
Oh, we won that one too. Okay. I'm just making sure.
K-Dub says, let's treat Luka. Let's trade Luka, then make JB number 1. Hey, y'all was talking about trade Luka anyway, so that'd be right up your alley.
Yeah.
Trade Luka and don't sign JB. Then we'll win a championship. Then
soon as it seemed like the reason JB or other guys miss shots is because of Luka. That's what y'all be saying. So when they miss shots, is Luka holding the ball too much?
Hey, trade Luka and let JB walk.
Trade them both for first round draft picks, bro. Just trade them both for all the first round draft picks we can get.
They were definitely gonna win the ring then. Charlie said, worst case scenario, we lose JB and don't sign Kyrie. If we can get Dragic and move Spencer to the starter with Hardy, 6-man, still confident with that. To be honest, no, I'm not, Charlie. I'm not. Boy, y'all. Okay.
Spencer's not the starter, y'all. The reason Spencer's able to play the way he plays is because he's off the bench. I'm telling y'all, don't do it.
And he's playing off of 2 other guys.
Yep, don't do it. Don't fall. You're falling for the hype, guys.
When he started in Washington, how did that go?
It's the perfect fit. It's his fit, guys. It's fit.
Okay, sorry. I take a deep breath on that one, King. That was. I love y'all though. RC says, remember when I said how nice that 25 sounded? 25 doesn't even seem possible now. It's looking more like 30. I mentioned, yeah, it's what it's looking like. It could be. We don't know. Y'all. We got to see what they negotiate. Maybe they could talk him into like 25, 26, 27. We don't know. We're just saying that he could possibly get up to that if it gets to that point, because New York can try to offer him 30.
They're saying if Andrew Wiggins was on our team, he'd instantly be the number 2. I know. You're right. And that would be horrible because of his size and his athleticism and defense. Come on, man. Yup.
Hold on.
Andrew Wiggins is our number 2, bro. Come on, man.
So the same Andrew Wiggins that was number 1 for Minnesota and number 2 for Minnesota?
Yo, they wild. And got called out
by... did not make it to the playoffs until they got Jimmy Butler. Talk about that Andrew Wiggins?
And got called out by Jimmy Butler. You're right, for his work ethic and all that stuff. But you're talking about the guys like Jimmy Butler and all the Duncan Robinsons, the guys that like JB and say he's a dog. And that... We might have to cut this show. It might be time to cut the show, bro. We might have to leave on that. We'll just do the outro. Let's go.
Sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're right. My bad. My bad. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say, bro. It's like now we just out here just saying all kind of stuff now.
They're saying Wiggins was their second best player. Okay.
Second best player.
Bro, we talked about Draymond Green being defensive player of the year before he was gone, right?
The same Andrew Wiggins that people were laughing at the fact that he was an all-star. The same Andrew Wiggins that was the guy from Minnesota and was the second option for Minnesota and didn't do anything.
Same Andrew Wiggins.
Complained that because of those factors, he got the contract that he got, and he did not add up to the success that he was actually supposed to give them. The front office had to beg him. They said, look, we'll give you this contract, but can you please come in and play better than you've been playing before you got this contract? This is facts. This is what they said. Bro, you telling me that same guy will be better than JB for this team?
This is Andrew Wiggins' second playoff run, right?
Yes.
This is JB's what?
What, second?
Second playoff run, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Andrew Wiggins just got his career high in playoff scoring. Was it against the Mavs or against Boston? 1 or 2 with like 20-something, 27, something like that.
Yep.
We just talked about JB had 40, 30 a couple times and all that stuff. But Andrew Wiggins would have been the number 2 on this team. Why are we talking about Andrew Wiggins still, man? Come on.
Everybody talking about Andrew Wiggins because Andrew Wiggins didn't have to do as much.
He played defense on Jason Tatum.
No, that you were the 4th option. When you got Clay, you got Poole, you got Steph in front of you, that makes your game easier.
Bruh.
It makes your game a whole lot easier. What happened when you were the guy in Minnesota? What did you do? You couldn't even get to the playoffs.
We were waiting on Game 6 Wiggins. Yep, Game 6 Wiggins.
Game 6 in the finals week is what you mean.
That's what we were waiting for.
Not first round, not the second round, not third round, but the finals.
No, I'm just saying in general, people were out here parading and saying we waiting for Game 6 Wiggins since he's number 2. I don't think they were saying that. I think they were waiting for Game 6 Clay and all. Like, stop playing. Like, come on, man. Jordan Poole was better. And that series against us, Andrew Wiggins was better than Jordan Poole.
Bro, I'm about to use a term that Rob Parker uses on the Odd Couple. Boy, y'all prisoners of the moment, man.
Yeah.
Y'all are prisoners of the moment. Let's just completely forget about what Wiggins was before he was in the matter of fact and played lockdown defense on who? Luka shot 51% against him. Who's he locking up?
Yeah.
Jason Tatum?
Yeah.
One. Name somebody else. I'll wait. That's it? You got nobody else? But he locked people up though.
I guess he locked up Aaron Gordon.
Same. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm about to go in on that one too. Okay.
He making $30 million though, by the way, guys. So you guys, the Mavericks fans, how about this one? The Mavericks fans are crying about giving JB his money. Bro, I still don't think Andrew Wiggins get $30 million from any team.
Nah.
How about that one? I don't think if he was free agent right now, Andrew Wiggins would get $30 million from anybody other than Golden State if they want to do that again.
Hey, this thing froze because even he was like, I don't believe this.
Yeah, that's.
Let me. We're gonna probably cut this short, y'all. We almost 2.5 hours. Let me get this one right here in from Big Homie. Big Homie says, if JB was on another team, our fans would be begging for him. He said, yeah. I mean, that's what other teams are doing right now, Big Homie. That's what other teams are doing right now. They want JB. That's why they're clearing cap space and trying to find ways to get him in. You know what I'm saying? It's just y'all want Julius Randle, y'all want Wiggins.
Bro,
y'all want players that other teams didn't even want. Now all of a sudden y'all want them. I just over a guy who got us, helped get us to the Western Conference Final. Y'all just pretty much just talking as if like this guy didn't do anything for this team.
Please click.
So okay, so let me sum this up. This is what I'm getting, King.
Mm-hmm.
Luka's a ball hog. He don't make anybody better. Trade him. That makes everybody better.
Mm-hmm.
Don't sign JB back. He's not worth it.
Nope.
Start Spencer Dinwiddie at your starting point guard. With Tim Hardaway, who does not play defense, who's probably the most streakiest player I've ever seen in my life.
Put Wood at the 4.
Put Wood at the 4 and put Miles Turner at the center.
Or Dwight Powell.
No, they want to trade the Dwight Powell.
They want to trade him, but they're saying if he can't trade him, still might play Christian Wood at the 4. Bro, please just keep going. Click on Knicks, please. I got one for Knicks because he got a point.
Let me find him.
The next one after Big Homie.
Big Homie. Oh, there he is. Wait, come on. It's gonna probably be the last one, y'all. Go ahead.
Right. He says JB played well because he was on a contract. Oh no, that's not that one. I'm at the one right beneath Big Homie, where it says that you just read saying JB was on another team.
Oh, okay.
Beneath it. It's probably. I mean, you can probably do both of them though, because it's probably a connection of the whole thing. But he says, I'm gonna start from the beginning. Any team can overpay JB $30+ million a year. The question is, what if he gets too comfortable and not live up to that contract, like Street Clothes did? JB played because he was in a contract year. Remember that? He says also JB played well because he was on a contract year, like majority of players do. You got to look at the overall body of work, his entire career, before you justify giving him a max, not just one playoffs. Knicks, you are 100% right. So let me give you his career. JB hasn't just done this year. JB for his career, when he's been a starter, has always had awesome numbers. Look across the board. Go this year, the last year, whenever JB's gotten time behind Luka, where he ends up playing, he always puts up numbers. I don't care what year it has been. So it's not just a one body of work. It's the opportunity, like Rel said. The more opportunity JB gets, the more he puts up at the same efficiency, if not better. So you give him more work. He does it as efficient, if not more efficient. Imagine any job you guys go at. You go at McDonald's and you say, hey, guy, I'm going to give you do 10 hours a week. bro, can you do 40 hours a week? He comes in and usually gets out 20 meals an hour or something like that, right? Now you're giving him 40 hours a week, and he putting out 30 meals an hour. Not only did you give him more time, but you made the job more efficient now because he did the job even better. You guys are saying get rid of a guy that went and you've given him more tasks and he's done nothing but succeeded at them. And you're saying throw him away. What has he done to say, oh no? That's my point. I'm not getting what has he done for you guys to throw him away. He's never shown that he fails, other than, like you said, that first year against the Clippers where he had. And if you look at that technically, look at his minutes per game. He was playing like 15 minutes a game against the Clippers. But we're not gonna talk about that one though. Like, nah, stop. Y'all gotta look at the bigger numbers. I think y'all are getting stuck in the moment and just simple numbers up front and put in front of y'all and just saying, hey, that's what it is. Get rid of him and all. No, you gotta watch JB's progression and what he's done. That's the reason why I'm okay giving him the money, because I believe in JB. I don't think we said about the contract year. Contract year doesn't matter. I don't think that's the end of JB. JB wants another contract. You think this is the end? JB wants to get paid more again the next year. But I digress. It's on you, partner.
And then I mentioned that.
Yeah.
I said, look at not just the NBA, look at him throughout his life. He's gotten better and better as time has gone on. It is proven throughout his whole entire career in playing the game of basketball. He's done that. High school, college, now the NBA. And he talked about that on the podcast. It's like, bro, like he gotten better every time he stepped on the court, bro. So it's like, for you to sit here and think like his whole entire life he's done this, and all of a sudden now he got this money up. You know what? I'm just gonna stop working hard. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna give in to the fact that people think that I can't do this. People think that I can't do this already. Why would I sit there and say like, you know what? So they say I can't do it. I got my money now, so I'm not gonna do it no more. When have we ever gotten that from JB? Like King just said, last year when he struggled in the playoffs against the Clippers, what did he say he was gonna do?
Get better.
Gonna get better. And what did he do?
He got better.
Oh, okay. So that's why I don't understand like where this is coming from. But like I said, it's something that I've gotten used to in Mavs fandom. I don't know about King, but because I said I've been a Mavs fan my whole life, so I've seen it. I've seen the ups and downs. I've seen the ebbs and flows.
JB is like
two guys who.
Oh, this is height. How tall is JB?
Like 6'2".
Like 6'2". JB got to be what, like 215?
Yeah, probably. You got some. What you call him? What you call him? The chubby.
That girth.
The chubby. You said the big. What you call him? Chubby. Tony Parker.
Oh yeah, bigger. He's a bigger Tony Parker. I don't want to say chubby. JB he's not chubby. No, so JB. He's not like Luka. Like JB is a big boy. Like I'm not worried.
It just looked at because he's like squatty with it.
Yeah,
and like
he's solid. It's like the comparison of like, let me give you a Mike Tolbert in the NFL. You remember Mike Tolbert, the fullback?
Yeah,
type guy that run people over. He's compact. So or MJG. What is it? Maurice Jones-Drew or MJD. I'm sorry. That type of guy.
Maurice Jones-Drew.
Yeah. So a guy like that, he's a compact guy. That's how I'm not worried about JB. JB will be a little guy that will be in the NBA for a long time, liking contact. Like he's dishing contact. And then when the guys try to get him on the opposite side, he usually gets calls, like offensive fouls. So I'm not worried about JB. JB is amazing. You keep going with JB. He's elite at a few things, guys. You talking about guys that Miles Turner is elite at blocking. That's it. That's it. Give me something else he's elite at.
He's elite enough that they want to start him. They want to sign him, but let JB and trade Luka.
Yeah, okay.
That's how good he is, King. I'm trying to tell you, that's how good he is, bro. You don't know.
I'm done.
All right, y'all. That's gonna probably do it for us. I apologize we didn't get to all the questions, man, but we already over 2.5 hours, and we still got things we supposed to be doing today. So guys, listen, if you enjoy the content, if you love Mav content, guys, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, guys, where we'll bring more Mav content to you. We'll be back here on Tuesday. Don't quite know what we're going to talk about. I know King wants to get in the questions and comments because we definitely see a lot of questions and comments. He definitely want to get that video in. So it's just going to depend on like what news drops or anything like that. Like more rumors come out, we got to touch on it. So it's just going to depend on what comes down the news cycle for the Dallas Mavericks. But also, guys, if you enjoyed this content, go ahead and hit that like button, guys. That will go a long way helping us build up our algorithm. We're starting to get more people. We even had comments, people saying how they found us because the algorithm is starting to be built up. We're starting to be up there with those Locked On Mavs and all those guys. As far as when people are typing in Mav content, they find our stuff. So we definitely appreciate y'all with that, helping us with that. Also, guys, well, you see our socials down here. Go ahead and follow us here on Instagram at WeTalk_Mavs, and right there under King. Trying to point it. There you go. Where's it? Right there up under King at We Talk Mavs, all one word on Twitter, guys. We're definitely active on those. So y'all go ahead and follow us on both of those too. That we definitely would appreciate that. Kings or anything else I'm missing?
Please share to everybody. We not only trying to grow, like you said, on this channel, but also our socials. We appreciate everybody to shout us out. Johnny B, much love. Everybody on Twitter, man. Like we grow on the Twitter Glow Gang as well. If you aren't on there, please jump on Toxic Twitter. It's amazing. Don't believe the hype. And yeah, just share and also make sure you guys listen. If you can't, watch our pretty faces. All the time. Definitely hit us up on podcast form. Listen to us while you're doing anything you may be doing. Your work, have us in your ear, listening to Mav content on all your favorite streaming platforms.
Yes, sir. As I can see with my head here.
Yep.
I can't point at it over, but y'all see the little green dot thing up there. That's because we are definitely all on different podcast streaming services. That's for Spotify. We're on all of them. We just put that up there to kind of give you an idea that we are being streamed on podcast services too, guys. So y'all guys can follow us on those too. With all that being said, guys, it is your boy Rail. I got my co-host King. We'll be back here Tuesday evening at 10:30. Same map time, same map channel. And we be out.